All right. All right.
Welcome. Yeah, man, you know what it is. Thank you for having me on Not Film School, Kyle. I appreciate it.
Did I do this part right? I did. We're still there. Okay. Hi.
Man, what's the word, though? What you been on? Like,
What I've been on?
yeah.
Nothing. I'm sober.
Hey, that's
So
good.
sober.
Why are you sober?
It's because I don't like pot. And I do love opiates, but that's why I don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
I drink beer, not often.
I mean, everybody got chug once in a while, right? Yeah.
I don't chug. It's bad for acid reflux.
Yeah, shit.
I sip.
You don't like to go dun 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 dun?
I did that a lot, and now I don't. It's really the pandemic. It's not. It just made me feel like shit, and every day is exactly the same, except I have headaches if I drink a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, if you drink a little bit way too much and drink it too quickly, you're going to get sick either way. And that shit's a gross feeling, obviously, so I know why you would want to, cut back on that.
Yeah. Well, it's like not. It's not a party if it's every night. It's also not a party if you're alone, in a small room, every day of your life.
Yeah, give them measurements of the room next time,
Yeah. I did cut beer. Well, mostly for acid reflux. I cut all of alcohol. I went vegan, so I'm super healthy now. And oh yeah, he saw me when he looked at my butt and stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah, it was like shit. You firm like a carrot or I don't know, potato.
Like,
I don't know what
firm like a carrot. That's a new one.
Shit, that was a weird one. I didn't even mean to say.
But it works.
Hey,
carrots are firm. I know. I chop them.
Yo, you have any? I'm hungry.
I do have carrots, but no, we're recording. No,
we can't ruin Not Film School with carrots. Hell no.
It'd be crunchy on the mic and.
Bro, I've been seeing like you got a lot of episodes. That's awesome, bro. You said almost 40, right?
Well, 10 are unreleased, so you just told my viewers how many episodes I actually recorded. But
oh my god.
But 30 versus 40 is like it's still a lot,
It's still a lot more than a lot of people. People say that they do it and then they just completely cancel out, time out, try to do other things, but in my opinion, that's not the way to go. If you find one thing that you love, which you clearly have, man, keep it up.
I do love this.
Straight up. Man.
I love the people.
I mean, yeah, I love the people too. People are always good.
No, I mean the podcast people. I love them.
Oh shit, you don't
like the
that.
people that listen to me. I love them. They don't know it, but like, and it's not like I know who they are. I don't know who they are, but if you're listening, I love you.
Hey man, you heard it right from this man himself. He meant it. I love you.
You heard it from him. I'm a man, damn it.
Yeah, man. Shit.
All
Yeeb Obaby. Next up.
Okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Sorry, video portion stuff.
Nice.
Which, by the way, this is all video portion. So there's a video that's gonna be posted, and you can see how we look, and it'll be great.
Yeah. Rate us. 1 to 5, 1 to 10, whatever you want. Bro.
Fucking whatever the top number is, do that. And then say that I'm beautiful.
That's for sure, and actually mean it too. Don't just say it.
Yeah. Well, they can say that Knive's beautiful, but they'll definitely mean it when they say that, because he is.
No, what you mean? Like, no, I just have jewelry on.
Bro, you're beautiful.
It's like a flex.
No, yo, like you're beautiful. Like
you're beautiful. You're beautiful, bro. I think you're beautiful.
I almost got you. Man.
You just about to make me cry.
He is though. He's like fucking. Like, yeah. You know who's beautiful too?
Who?
Taboo.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, the women in this movie, they're all gorgeous.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, for real. The culture is great. And honestly, the movie, I really am happy that you saw it. And that I'm glad I picked it, man, because I wanted you to really know where my culture is coming from if you didn't already.
Word. It's I'm glad that I watched it. I don't think it went the way you thought it did. I actually am really racist now.
Oh shit.
Well, I can't understand your culture. It's like I tried for 2 hours. I tried. And at least I walked away with something.
What'd you walk away with?
Hatred.
Oh. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, I wrote probably 4 pages of notes and then 2 pages of just stuff for us to talk about.
Yo, definitely. So. Yeah. I saw the notebook as soon as you started talking. I was like, wow, you did your homework for sure.
Yeah, I do that.
I'll admit, man, my culture is very confusing. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that too. One thing that somebody commented on was like names and remembering names, which I'm terrible in like my culture.
Oh,
So, and I always think about like jumping into different cultures. Like it can't just be like white people are confused by everybody else's culture, but like Chinese people are probably confused by like Russian people names.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I mean, definitely. I'm Bengali and I'm confused about Russian culture, man. Like,
Hell yeah.
I don't know, like, really
The fuck are they
anything.
saying?
For real. I always think they're mad at me. I don't get it.
I think that's Germans. They're always mad sounding. I don't know.
I don't even know how to do the accent. Won't even try it.
Yeah. You know, I've had people listen from Germany, so.
Hey.
Yeah, I want to be cautious. I don't want to be like
You don't want to lose them.
fucking German people, and no, I actually do like German people. And there's like I could go off on that.
Yo,
but
Germans go hard though, for real. My uncle, who's Bengali, he married a German woman. Met her on a plane on his way to college, and I guess they just both skipped what they were doing and went to Paris together.
yeah, I had a boss that was just backpacking around Europe. And at one point, he ended up in Germany to like meet some girl or something. And I guess it didn't work out. He just ended up living in Germany afterwards because he loved it.
Oh, hell yeah. So
yeah,
girl didn't work out, but he still got the house. That's fine.
Liked Hey, he just liked where he was. I don't know. And he's always speaking. He's sprocking the douche and all that stuff. Sprocking the douche.
Sprocking the douche?
Douche.
I just sound
sprocking the douche.
Sound like I work at CVS. I'm saying douche. Douche pad.
Okay. All right. We're going to start doing this thing. Hi.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey.
Hi. Okay, Naeeb.
Yeah.
I know you. I've known you since middle school.
Yes, sir.
When you had real long scene hair and it was straightened, and it was beautiful then too. But
Justin Bieber, Jose Bieber shit.
Yeah. But people don't know you, so tell them who you are.
I mean, bro, like first things first, I'm a businessman. I'm starting my own brand, Oh Baby Boys, Oh Baby Brand Entertainment. I'm a rapper, but I'm also a great friend, and I enjoy people that give me the time to speak and be myself. And
Word.
And you know, it's always been good that you've been such a great friend to me, man, for so long.
He made eye contact that whole time. It was real.
You remember when we was in a band? Hell yeah.
Yeah, Life Underneath.
Yeah. The metal shit.
It's pretty good. He was the screamer of the metal band, and then our Ryan McGuire, who was on the last episode talking about Interstellar, or 2 episodes ago. Yeah. He was the lead guitarist, and I was the rhythm guitarist. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
But you're a you have a SoundCloud and stuff that people can check out and all that.
I mean, a lot of people always say, you know, you have a SoundCloud, but I don't want to be categorized as SoundCloud rapper. So
I get you.
You know, basically I had at least 5 different CDs worth of rap music that I used to pass around, give hard copies for free. But basically I just took at least 4 years off for sound design, learning everything more. And I want to come back with a bang. So
Word.
Right now it's just Instagram. Yeeb. No, what is I forgot. My Instagram is Oh Baby Brand Entertainment. Straight up. Follow me. I follow back.
Word. Yeah, but you've performed on stage and all that shit. You've gone to what's that thing? Are they like it's a mic off or something?
It's like a battle rap, like square off, yeah. Like
what do they call that?
Just say
God,
like
I'm so wide.
Nah, it's just battle rap.
Battle rap. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Who can spit the fastest or something, you know. But it's funny because I'm not an actual battle rapper at all, and I went in there acting like I was, you know, just to get support from the community. And it's funny because I was out there saying, you know, Blues Clues, you lose. Basically, I got drunk. I was blackout.
Okay.
Just saying random things. The other guy obviously came prepared because he was a lot older, so he just crushed me. And there's a video of it on YouTube, 10 minutes of me just standing there looking dumb.
Look it up.
Nah,
so
don't.
you can see it. No, okay. Don't look it up. Yeah, so this movie is I loved it. It's a very particular kind of movie though, so you can't really judge it based on like how you normally judge movies because it's a lot of cultural influence. It's definitely a literary kind of movie, like a literature. There was a lot of symbolism and like little motifs, like little things that people would regularly do that was obviously trying to hammer in a point, a meaning that was deeper than just the surface level, like, you know, his dad dies and, you know, there's country and there's culture shock and all that stuff. But yeah, when did you originally see this? So, it was
So
like 2005, right?
yeah, 2005. It's an old movie, but I originally saw this. I want to say 2007, 2008.
Right.
My parents made sure that I watched the movie. I'm actually looking up the author's name right now.
It is Jhumpa Lahiri.
Nice.
Oh, that's the author of the book.
So
And then the director is Mira Nair.
I think they did both a great job. What was the author of the book's name again? Hold on.
Jhumpa Lahiri.
Jhumpa Lahiri. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, my father told me, because I told him about me going on the podcast speaking about this, and he said that he knew the woman, and he
The
knew
writer?
and he knew their family.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool, knowing that they were both in Bangladesh. They knew each other.
It's kind of a really tight knit movie. The the sister, like they have the two kids and Ashima and Ashoka.
Mm-hmm.
They have the kids. One is Kyle Penn.
Yes.
The other one is Sahira Nair,
Mm-hmm.
who is the niece of the director.
That's how you know, man. That's straight Bangladesh. It's Bengali, keeping it with the family, legit.
No, but there's other cool things too. Like
Elton.
Kyle Penn
Mm-hmm.
was selected for the movie. He didn't audition or anything. It was just Mira Nair's nephew watched White Castle and liked them.
Nice. That's so funny.
And so he was like, he begged her like, can you please get the guy from can you get Kumar? And she got him. So that's how he landed this gig. Is he got nabbed because the nephew liked him.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Did you like that movie, Harold and Kumar?
Yeah. How can you not?
Yeah, who doesn't like that movie? It's very odd. That's hilarious though. He saw him, kid was probably smoking, and he's like, "Hey, can you please get him?" Like, that's so funny. Get Kumar. The actor that played the father, I believe.
He passed recently. Irfan Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very sad. He passed. He was in the new Jurassic Park movie, right?
I didn't look up his IMDb actually.
Yeah,
but,
he was.
The only other thing I saw he was in was Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He died from stomach cancer. Very sad.
Yep. Which was weird because like in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
kind of has like he goes to the hospital for like stomach upset and all that shit, and then
Isn't
he dies of a heart attack. I guess.
Isn't it
weird.
crazy how weird things like that happen, bro? Like the same thing happened with Robin Williams. Rest in
Stomach
peace.
cancer?
No. He was.
died out of. I thought he committed suicide.
I mean, he did, but it's very sad. He had a very bad brain aneurysm, so he was actually unconscious, yet mentally unconscious. Not there,
Mhm.
but his body was moving and everything. For the last, I want to say a year, and his wife said that as soon as he regained conscious one morning, he decided, like as soon as he got control of his body again, he's like, nah, I gotta go. So he took his life. Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
That's fucked.
But
I didn't know any of that. I thought it was like not known why he killed himself. It just
man,
happened.
That's what his wife said. Cried on TV saying it, like, I want to say a year or two later. But a recent movie that Robin Williams did, I forget the name before he passed. It was about this very angry, stressful businessman, and he randomly finds out he has a brain aneurysm. And he has
No shit.
Yeah, man, and he only has that day to live.
Fuck that.
It's just crazy. Funny movie, but crazy. For real.
Funny movie, but crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, the director chose Kyle Penn, sister was Silver. Yeah, this was a really faithful adaptation. I actually read some of I went online and I read some of the summaries of the chapters of the book, and it was pretty spot on. But there is a relationship that gets left out, like a college relationship, and I mean it's obvious. It's kind of the whole movie is a lot about like relationships. Because there's the parents, they are initially, it's an arranged marriage. She kind of chooses a little bit. Like in the movie, it kind of alludes to her having chosen him from other suitors and decided to go with him based on his shoes, which is another motif. But
had the drip.
he had nice shoes. But yeah, it's where's it going with that?
You were saying like the importance of relationships, man. In the
Yeah,
movie.
it seems like
Highlighted it.
Yeah, it seems like the movie is kind of more about relationships than it is like culture
Mm.
in a way. But it's kind of about like the abandonment of, okay, so it starts off with the arranged marriage between the parents, and then it goes to, in the movie at least, it goes to the girlfriend, the white girlfriend. And of course the two parents raising kids and stuff. But then from the white girlfriend, they go to the Bengali
Yes.
girlfriend.
Yep.
Oh,
It's all good. I mean, she might not have even been in the book, I believe Bengali.
Yeah,
but
she-
movie, whatever. She could have been Indian.
well, the
but,
significance in the movie is that they are both Bengali and they marry each other because they want to make their parents happy with culture. But then
Exactly.
shit happens.
Sometimes it doesn't go that way.
Yeah, but for you've dated,
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Of course, came in with his homework.
have you
Uh-oh.
how you've no you've no I'm not gonna I was gonna say how
No, go
many
ahead.
people have you I've dated
Oh.
I've dated at least one person.
Yeah,
So,
I've only dated one person. Straight
okay,
up.
good.
Straight up.
So like, how's that? Have you ever? There has to be some kind of cultural like shit, like at some point, especially like people meet your parents, they talk to you, and then you talk about your own culture. How has that helped? How do I word this?
It's all good.
What's it like? Like what's it like?
He's like, yo, like, what the hell happens? Like, I'm saying.
Well, there's I don't. Is there any like? Is it ever awkward? How do people treat like getting to be a part of your culture? Do they ever overstep boundaries? Are they ever like fucking weird?
I would say honestly, man, like my culture, like like what people see with the culture is they really just brand the word Islam, Muslim. So they kind of always see Iraqi, Afghani, all different cultures, Saudi Arabia as Bengali, Desi, Indian. So it's sometimes very hard to make that difference, show that difference, But other than that, it's usually fine. The woman that I was dating, she was Puerto Rican, and I learned in history in the Bronx, New York, there was something called Bengali Harlem, where every Bengali dude that was an immigrant from Bangladesh, they all married a Puerto Rican woman. Which is funny. I had no idea.
That is cool.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess like certain cultures, they can assimilate together and they can understand maybe by just their level of intimacy and how they move, probably.
Yeah.
That's
but
weird.
like, have you ever? I don't know. I feel like with the Irish culture, I guess it's kind of what you're getting at, like differentiating between cultures and stuff, or other people differentiating between your culture. With Irish people, it's just like, oh, they drink a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I don't know. I've never had my culture influence a relationship. I don't think, not that I know of. Because I'm white, people that they don't ask questions, but I just feel like even with the word like fetishizing, like people fetishize people of color, and so I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting thing where the movie really explored like relationship dynamics and how culture affects it, and of course, the son, Gogol, or Nick or Nicole,
Nikolai, yeah.
Nikolai, he's clearly ashamed of his culture, which he keeps going back and forth from the beginning of the movie. He really loves his name Gogol, and they want to change it. And he's like, no, I really like the name. So they're like, fine, fuck it, keep the name.
Yeah, exactly.
And then of course he's getting made fun of in class, and he wants to change it, and then so he changes it, and then it's his love for his heritage like ebbs and flows.
Throughout the movie, like you see how confused he is, basically, just kind of like a lost soul. He seems like he's the type that wants to find it himself, but also needs direction, but also hates direction. It's very weird.
Yeah,
He's just on and off. And I'd like to think that maybe just the fast-paced environment in New York, or just maybe just his experience in school, by any race, just other races that are not Bengali and Indian, they don't really understand it. So he probably started to believe, oh, he's maybe corny or geeky, just whatever they're saying.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad because you see, like, towards the end of the movie, you also realize, like, the importance of his name, Gogol, to the father.
Oh, yeah. I liked, there was this one scene in particular where he's with his now wife, and they're all hanging with their bougie French friends in this high-rise like art gallery. And this one guy says, and I'm quoting here, blah blah blah. This is the problem with quotes. You have to look them up.
Got like a highlighter, maybe.
I do have a lot of small words here. He essentially says, somebody says, like, I'm thinking of naming my kid Pepe or something like that, or Petrie or something.
Yep. Yeah.
And the guy goes like, but what does the name mean? Because a name has to mean something, or a good name has to mean something.
Definitely.
And then the wife makes like a snide comment about her husband's name, or like, because somebody's like, oh, well, you can just change the name later if he doesn't like it, so don't worry about it. And then the wife says, oh yeah, Nick changed his name. And they're all like, oh, what was your name? And then he goes like, she says Gogol, because he doesn't want to talk about it. He's clearly miffed about the entire situation.
Yeah, he's probably pissed. Like.
And then everybody starts laughing, which is hilarious, because like just a few comments before, that guy was like a name should mean something, and he literally probably has the most important name in the room.
Definitely. And
they're all making fun of it. It's like a laughing stock. So
I mean, honestly, he deserved to get laughed at for how he acted.
Gogol?
Yeah, I don't mean it like that. I just mean like for him first saying, I want to change my name. I don't like my name. It's just, I know he didn't understand or he didn't know the reason why, but I just feel like, he was put into these shoes and he's his parents, child. He needs to respect that, I guess.
Yeah. But I'm a big proponent of like things happen the way that they were always going to happen. So I think, he was always going to feel that pressure from American culture to like adopt a more, I hate to say, we'll say English name.
Yeah.
But like a white person name like Nick or something. And actually, one of the people that referred him for this movie as well, other than just the nephew, was John Cho.
Ooh.
Who is the co-star of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. And I was just thinking of that. His name's John Cho. His parents chose to name him, or maybe his parents weren't immigrants. But either way, his name's John, and he's Asian,
Exactly. It's like you don't usually see that.
Well, you see it more and more these days. But the point that Gogol brings up is, how am I going to get like a credit card, or how am I going to apply for a job with the name Gogol? And there's probably stigma when people are like looking at job applications and stuff for names. So I see why he would do it. It sucks.
I know, bro.
It really blows. Like, I don't like saying that, but
I felt so bad for the father. Like, I remember that scene in the kitchen. He's like, I want to change my name. And what you were saying, completely valid. Yeah, like there probably will be in New York during that time a stigma with that name when you're applying for jobs or a credit loan or anything. But I could just see like the pain in the father, and how he got up. He's like, oh, it's America. You do whatever you want. Just got up and went to go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, there's a quote from the beginning of the movie from the director of the movie that said that one of the things that she was trying to convey with interactions and her actors was a sense that they're communicating without using words.
Yes, definitely.
Or like using different words to imply different kind of stuff. But yeah, the father does that a lot, where he kind of like deflects. And he's very stoic. He's very like flat toned and stuff, but you can tell that it fucking is tearing his heart out.
Oh, I know.
That well, fuck, man, the guy almost died and he was good.
I mean, he's like, damn, bro. Like, I came to this country. He's like, I gave you that name. I brought you here.
Yeah.
Like,
there is kind of a trope though.
Yeah. I loved how they showed like body language in that movie, because bro, that is honestly a lot of Bengali and Indian culture. Like, he acted like every single Bengali uncle that I've known.
Word.
Like, he did that very well. As he's getting older, you could see his posture kind of worsening, his smoking worsening. You see his hands, like when he's relaxed, he's more like moving. He's like, yeah, like this, happy. And then when he's stressed, I guess a real big thing of culture in Bangladesh is stress, to be honest. Even on the flag, the giant red circle, it symbolizes the blood. I hate to be like that.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, that was lost from Pakistan when they, were killing and raping all of our people in the 70s. My father went
No
through
shit.
it. Yeah, my father told me everything. He's about to write a book on it.
Are your parents first?
They were born in Dhaka, Bangladesh.
No shit.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I kind of guessed, but
Mm,
because I know that, but
mm.
yeah, I didn't know it. I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, I know, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously didn't talk about it a lot in high school either. That's the thing. That's why I love this movie, because I really could relate when
Yeah.
he's just, all he cares about is, school and like being in a metal band and American Girls and things like that, man. Growing up in this country, he just was distracted, and I can honestly relate. Same with my older brother. We went through kind of the same stuff, but as I'm getting older, I'm realizing, my father's still having nightmares to this day about what happened, and it's like I should really be back to my roots and back to my culture.
Word.
So that's why I picked this movie. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
another thing too,
It's something that I kind of noticed like as I was watching the movie, I realized some reasons why you picked it, but definitely seeing how you've come along since like middle school, high school, all that stuff, and then seeing you with like the scene hair,
Yep.
and then you're like when I see you comment on Facebook too. Now you usually greet with it seems like a Bangladesh or Bengali greeting, which is
Absolutely, yeah. Kamanaso, or just, I know what you mean, like a Bengali tone, kind of.
wait,
Is that
I'm
what you
not.
mean?
I don't know. Like if you speak, I'm not sure.
Mm.
Does Bangladesh have its own like language or
Yes.
variation?
It's called Bengali,
Okay, yeah.
or Bangla.
Okay.
That would be the writing more, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to like, I don't want to have kids and have them be completely distant from the culture. That's
Word.
the thing. And it's just, I hate when some people kind of just don't understand it and say, wrong things or mean things just from maybe what they've seen or just stereotypical stigmas. And I'm sure that's what, Caucasians feel as well, and just anyone.
Wow. What do you mean by like?
Like just like anyone just saying anything bad about someone just for their culture or their skin color. That's what I mean.
Yeah, this is going on a whole lot with
I
like
know,
the
for
white
real.
guilt and all that stuff. And
You didn't think it was gonna be this complex.
no, I did. I was hoping.
Oh,
I have a
hell yeah.
podcast. This is why people listen.
Oh,
It's not about having easy conversations. That's not like. What's the weather outside today? Oh,
blue, gray.
the weather's blue.
Nah, I don't know. Blue sky. Shit.
No, I fucking live for these kinds of conversations. But yeah, white tears is. I got accused of that at one point. I was talking about like flag burning or something. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't. Sorry, you should burn the flag. God damn it. Because you're right. But I can understand why somebody who served in the military might be pissed off. You don't know what the fuck that guy went through. His friend could have been blown up by a fucking landmine
Yeah,
next to
man,
him.
absolutely. Could have lost his whole fucking knee or some shit.
So,
Like,
so he gets like pissed off when people burn flags and stuff. So I understand why he comes from like an impassioned standpoint. So I'm not gonna call the guy a fucking scumbag or whatever, being like, oh, you shouldn't step on the flag. He probably is, but I can't tell just based off of that opinion alone.
so what do you mean? He called you out, or?
No, I had friends that called me, so I was kind of stating that case. I was a little bit drunk at the time when we were having this
yeah.
conversation, because
Where
that's when
were
you have
you?
political conversations.
That's
But-
when you're just trying to have the most complexity and read everyone's minds when everyone's drunk, of course.
Oh golly, and it goes great every time.
Where were you?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah,
I was visiting friends in Salem State University, but
definitely. Shout outs.
yeah,
Get that degree. Don't
not
be in
me.
debt.
I didn't go
Oh.
there.
Anyone who there, don't be in debt. Get
Yeah.
that money.
No debt. I have a liberal arts degree from community college.
Damn right. That's better than most.
Yeah, well, I'm
Shit.
proud of it. I'm proud enough of it.
At least you're not picking up shit for real.
Word.
But shout outs to them.
Yeah. But anyway, pretty much they like when I said all of that, they started saying I had white tears because I was like, oh, the guy has a right to be pissed off or whatever.
Mm.
And I didn't say like he was right to tell people not to burn the flag, because burn the fucking flag. But yeah, I was essentially just saying like I can see why he'd be pissed off, and they were like white tears, that's so sad, and I was like, dude,
What the fuck?
It was not. It went downhill. They were less drunk than me, which pissed me off. But
Exactly, man. They just used a random situation and start yelling.
But it's important when you get into that situation, like going back and reflecting, because one of the people that got pissed off was he was white too, but he was gay.
Okay.
And the other person was Asian.
Okay.
So they've had their fair share of racist like interactions and stuff. So
Definitely.
I always think about like why they're pissed off too. Because if I'm sitting here defending some guy who like burned, who's like hating on burning people or people burning flags, I need to understand for the two people who are minority groups in the room that I might have pissed off by something that I said and be like, oh, well, they're pissed off and they're taking it out on me and that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, of course not.
But also, like, I can understand like why they're flipping out, or like it's not rational and it sucks and it does piss me off, but it's, I don't know, I don't knee jerk react.
Oh, of course,
kind of
man.
shit.
Like I feel your pain. Like I've never been through it because I'm not a Caucasian, male, straight.
I don't like that you're saying that.
I know,
though,
my bad.
Because you're literally fucking,
I know.
you're brown, man.
I know, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But
You've gone through oppression. Oh no, I've been oppressed, Yeeb.
Hey, man, think about it. And at that point in time, you were the brown person in the room. So for real, they all ganged up on you.
That's kind of just
started hating on you.
Because I don't know, like the people, like brown people haven't ganged up on me and beaten the shit out of me, but like,
yeah, that'll never happen.
Shout out to another good movie. My Name is Khan.
Oh,
which
yep.
Technically, it's My Name is Khan, but yeah, that entire movie was the predicate was like, yeah, but white people are just going out and beating the shit out of people. It's fucked up. So that's that's kind of what I'm getting at though. Is like, sure, I've experienced being miffed because people didn't understand me. But I never had it turn some kind of way. And I never had somebody hate my entire fucking existence just for being there or existing,
That's what I mean. It's like I've been seeing from, social media or just blogs or anything, even just random stories like what you're telling me. And it seems that if you have an opinion, and I guess, I don't know, you're just not, I don't know how to say this. If you have an opinion and you're like it's what it's been seeming or looking like that if you're a straight Caucasian male and you have an opinion towards something, people immediately assume that you are, let's say, racist or, I don't know, spoiled. Like, just the term white tears. That was the first time I've ever even heard that term today.
I don't like that fucking term.
I fucking
don't get me
hate,
wrong.
Yeah,
but
that's stupid.
It's dismissive, and that's the thing.
It's
People
dumb.
get pissed off and more violent when you get dismissive.
White tears,
shit,
white tears is fucking dumb. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. They're just randomly trying to put you down.
I actually walked out of the room during that part of the conversation. Like, I walked away and was like, "You guys, fuck you guys,"
Yeah,
and
for real.
I left. I actually, I was drunk.
Yep.
So I went down to like, it was like a 2-story dorm, but it was one room. It was kind of cool, but there were 2 bedrooms downstairs, and then there was kind of like a general living area upstairs. And so we're having this argument, and I was like, "Fuck you guys," and then I went downstairs and I slept. Like, everybody was sleeping in this one room, and they were having like a sleepover or whatever. But I specifically chose the barren room. There was this mattress leaning against the wall. I threw it on the floor. I went to sleep, and I woke up at like 5 a.m, and I was like, I'm sober enough, and I fucking walked out because I was so pissed.
Yeah, fuck them, bro.
Yeah.
I would be pissed too. I understand that. It's because, like I'm sure they didn't even know who the fuck you were, right? They just met you.
No, I knew them for a long time. So.
Oh
yeah.
shit. That's fucked.
Yeah, it sucks.
That just changed everything now. Now I feel worse. Like,
what? No, because
I hate that.
Oh my god, I'm not oppressed. You know what I'm saying? They weren't oppressing me. That's just not the same. Because again, like, oppression is to having to change your fucking name because you don't think you can get a job, and us agreeing that that's a logical course of action for somebody of color. That's oppression.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oppression isn't like, oh, we kind of disagreed. I got a little fucking heated and then I left real early in the morning. That's not oppression. That's a disagreement.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And okay, you're right. So we want me to say, be like, you know what? Fuck you.
No. All I wanted you to say was that I'm right.
Yeah, you right. Correct.
Yeah.
Because
this makes up for it. This makes up for it. I'm right.
If that helps you, you have to sleep all alone in that fucking corner.
You talking about this corner?
No.
I still sleep alone in a corner.
Hey, me too, right? I guess history repeats itself. Shit.
Well, it comes and it goes.
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah, but
it'll come back.
Yeah. No, but I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian now. And so the idea of like disgruntled white men saying, I can't have an opinion. You can.
Yeah.
You can have any opinion you want. Cancel culture doesn't mean you go to jail. Cancel culture means that people don't like you.
Exactly.
That's different. People cannot like you, and you can still, like, even if somebody's like canceled or whatever and they have to stop performing comedy, then I don't know, you got money saved up, go get an engineering degree or whatever.
Yeah, for
and
real,
then,
man. Be a lawyer or some shit. Like,
yeah, your name's Patrick. You'll be fine. It's like people will hire you, and then they'll see that you're white, and they'll be like, yeah, stay around or
like,
whatever.
Damn, Patrick, nice dude. Let's get him.
Yeah, because I don't know, like there's so many. Like the other thing with white people names too is that they're very redundant. Like Kyles, you know how many Kyles are out there, or Patricks, or Johns, or
Nicholas.
Nicks. So the chances that like if you like are no longer famous, or maybe you like for a short time are famous for being an asshole, and then your name slips off into the ether because nobody watches your shit anymore.
Exactly.
That's as much as like I'm not gonna say that it doesn't suck that your livelihood has been affected. It sucks. Also,
of course,
you shouldn't have been an asshole. So
it's like you kind of brought that shit yourself.
Yeah,
like,
you made your bed. Fucking you. That's the edge. You were like, oh, I was edgy, and that's the edge. That's why it's called the edge, because when you go past the edge, you fall off.
Yeah, legit. Like you're literally fucking with your future. Like legit.
Yeah, don't edge.
Tiptoeing for no reason, you know. That's why it's like, hey man, if you love it and if that's who you are, man, just do it. Fuck it. Like I really don't think people. I feel like people. It's impossible for someone to not like you if you're not yourself. That's for sure.
I mean,
unless it's.
I know plenty of people that I don't like. I'm not quick to judge. It takes me time, but and there really aren't that many people that I don't like. But it is impossible for people to. Well, no, people will still not understand you, even if you're real. I think for the most part, though, people like other people that don't fuck around or like
definitely
play games and shit.
In my opinion, I only fuck with the people where I can't think of another person that you remind me of. That's real shit.
That is interesting.
Because it's crazy, man. Because through the course of my life, working 30 different jobs, retail, you know how many people come in and out. I've seen a lot of coworkers or customers that completely remind me of someone else that I ended up having a falling out with. I didn't like. It's so weird. It's like the people basically now, like the people in my phone, bro, ever since COVID happened, where I thought we'd all die and, you know, everything going to shit.
Really made it easy to narrow it down.
Yeah, I went from like all my contacts now only 20, bro. Like the people in my phone, obviously including you, are people I actually fuck with and that don't remind me of someone else. You know, those are the people that stay forever.
So like I'm an individual. Like
damn right. What the fuck? And then but then it's like if I've known you too in my past and I just don't have your number, like I'm sorry, like I lost all my numbers.
Word.
But you know, I just don't like people that are fucking weird for real. I was trying to say some shit.
Well, I'm fucking weird, so I don't know where you're going with this.
I don't know, man. You're rambling.
Back to the film.
Oh shit. Hell
trope of parent dying in these stories.
God damn.
When they're like lifelong stories, or like it feels like, I think of like one that comes to mind, and I hate to say this because it's real white, but Forrest Gump.
Hell yeah.
But there's people had to die. You know, I really kind of just think it sucks. Like the only way that they could have like brought the story a little bit further to make it like more whatever was to kill the dad, and I think that sucks because there you can still have a struggle with cultural identity, especially like spanning generations, without having to kill somebody. And I get that it's literary, like they're trying to make symbolism out of like it's like kind of a passing the torch. And actually, there's a scene where the dad is slipping off his shoes. After that scene, he dies, and then the son goes into the apartment, finds the shoes, and slips them on. So it's like literally
passing the torch, like you were saying. Yeah.
So I get it. And it also led to another resurgence of pride in Gogols or Nicks culture and stuff. So I get why it happened. I get like why it's a device, but it is very much a device. It kind of fucks up stories for me.
Yeah, I feel that because it makes everything just way too heavy, and it's kind of just it's too sad.
Yeah,
yeah, I definitely understand that. I would say that like to me, why that movie is so hard is because Bengali culture itself, like I was saying earlier, it's all just sadness, despair, and death. And I've noticed that growing up, you know, I don't think there are. I'm not too sure, but just I know my parents, it's like all the time when someone that they knew died, they would always tell us. and that always stuck with me. It's like, why is that always a thing to them that they have to say it immediately? And they celebrate death anniversaries. Are there people that do that?
No, but there should be. And
Yeah.
trauma anniversaries are true, dude. That's a real thing. Like if it's 1 year after some really fucked up shit happened to you, then right around the time that the world smells similar, you just kind of your brain goes places.
So that's why I understand why they had the father definitely die, because it's just like,
you think it's very indicative of Bengali culture?
Absolutely.
And mourning, like a sense of mourning and stuff?
Absolutely. That's why I love the fucking movie, like, in the book. But I understand why, some people would just not really want to watch it and stick through it.
No, I think because I've watched so many movies on a regular basis with tropes. It's not that it didn't turn me off from the movie. I still like the movie, and I would recommend it. But yeah, it is something that it happened, and I was like, oh, like it's before it happened actually. when she's like watching him in the airport, and he's like, come with me, and she's like, no, and and he's getting off on the plane. I was like, oh, that fucker's dead.
Yeah.
Like he's so dead. That's the send off,
That's the shit. Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's crazy, And I was watching a video like about this movie, I want to like prior, and they were saying how, oh, I liked it. The movie was going up, crashed as soon as the father died. Too much despair, too much sadness. I'm like, shit, you just don't understand it. Like, this dude, his whole life basically is showing that his culture is kind of a problem to him, to his father. And as soon as his father passes, I liked how, even though that's not a Bengali tradition, it's more of a Hindu tradition where when your father or your mother dies, you'll shave your head completely.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what, it's a little confusing, but yeah, that's not Bengali tradition, but that's Hindu. But I thought that was pretty cool. Like, that was
I was
the
going
first
to ask
thing.
that actually. I saw when I saw that, I was like, oh, because they don't say like this is part. And there's a lot of things that I figured were probably Bengali culture. By the way, is Bengal Bengali Bangladesh.
Yes, sir.
Bangladesh.
Homeland.
Is that part of fucking India or not?
Hell no.
Okay,
We
I
on our
thought
own
not.
Shit. Yeah, nah.
And so
used to be though, for sure.
So I kept on hearing them kind of interchangeably. Like the first person I saw, heard keep on interchangeable using Indian and Indian food and Indian blah 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 was the white girlfriend, who was trying very hard to be part of their culture, but also clearly like wasn't listening on a regular basis. And then he's like mourning the father, and she's like, "Can I come?" And he's like, "Fucking no, my dad died."
Yeah,
and she's like, "Well, if you don't want me, why don't you come on vacation and stop dealing with this?" And
wow,
she was like, "Can you just like separate from it?" Or what? It was really selfish.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was a little too forced though.
Like her leaving?
Just her, like her behavior herself as a supportive character. I thought they kind of maybe made it a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that, because I wouldn't say not, that's not really like everybody, but
yeah.
I understood though what they were showing. Yeah.
It's kind of what I was getting at with the girlfriend question earlier, because it seemed like she was really pushing it on, like, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if that's ever happened to you, like somebody's like tried to like adopt your culture, seemingly,
Honestly, the thing is no, like no one has really ever understood it. I've heard one time, wait, aren't you black? Like, so no one ever understood it, bro. I've always realized and felt like, in my past, I've always had to assimilate for their culture.
Which is essentially what Nick does.
Exactly.
Nick.
Yeah, honestly, man. Like, I dated a girl that was, I was seeing a girl, because I wouldn't necessarily now consider it as, special or, actual dating or relationship. I wasn't in love. But I remember I was seeing a girl, she was Italian. And I remember I was just more learning about Italian culture and just being there for her family and everything. Yeah. And just one time when I tried to give her, Bengali food, right? Yeah. And this was something very dry, just like cereal, no spices, no excuse for you to not try it. And she's like, nah, I don't like it. It's too spicy. And I'm like, what? Bro, that shit's not spicy at all. It's a Rice Krispie. So I guess I've seen that. But I did have a relationship though with a gray woman, and she really tried her hardest to be in the culture. She always said she loved saris and loved the jewelry, wanted to be in it, wear it. But still, it's just, I feel like if you're not really as accustomed to it, right? Or if you don't have a lot of knowledge into it, just me can't really show you it.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I should show more people this movie, The Namesake, so they can kind of see it more. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, it's all resonating.
I'm getting sad, emotional on the mic.
Shit, he's gonna cry. Not the new mic.
Yeah, bro. Sure, SM7B, welcome. I'll fuck with. No, I'm not.
He's gonna break out a rap.
I know,
because that's what we do with our emotions. We rap it out.
Damn,
we don't cry. We bleed lyrics.
I'll work at Target. I don't make money. Young. For real.
Yeah, but fucking I don't know, but it was never insulting or anything, and
I mean,
because this girl, she kind of, I don't know, like I could imagine that if I was just being fucking Irish and people are like overselling the whole like let's drink because we're Irish, or whatever, like that's Canadian, but
or like someone waving a potato or
some shit, or like
some stupid shit.
No, but it's one thing if people
yeah.
call you a daywalker, or if they call you like a Mick, or if they call you, which they do it. I mean, there's this whole thing about like gingers have race, like they experience discrimination or whatever.
That's true. Well, I mean, is it?
It's just not the same. It'll never be the same.
You guys aren't getting like shot over a piece of gum, right?
I mean, there was this whole
anything.
There was this whole point in time when South Park made a meme about white people, or sorry, gingers not having souls.
Oh, I remember that.
And I remember hearing something violent happen to somebody because everybody was like, he doesn't have a soul, so we'll fucking kill him or whatever. I don't know.
All for that hair? Hell no.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. It happens, I guess. I haven't. People love my hair. My hair's good.
And you got a soul, bro. What the fuck? So
yeah.
Same with your family.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like you see something on a meme, bro, or something, you know, like South Park. It's gonna convince people to assault people.
People run away with it. Yeah,
it's fucking stupid, bro.
Media matters. That's the whole podcast.
I think one day for a year the internet should shut down. Let's see what happens.
One day. I don't think much will happen for a day.
No, but for a whole year. Let's shut
for a year.
Let's shut it down. Let's see what happens.
There's a lot of good things about the internet, though.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, this podcast would be fucked without the internet.
No more work for you.
But just shit that I learn on a daily basis from the internet is good. And even like watching this movie and like the culture and all that, like I give a shit about that stuff. Can I be Bengali?
For a day? Shit, yeah. If you want.
No, I was gonna say if your dad dies, can I come with you?
Oh shit, no.
I don't want to even say that. That's fucked up.
You should just marry a Bengali girl, bro.
Word. Yeah.
Then you could be Bengali.
When her dad dies, can I go with her after she shaves her head?
You know, that was kind of weird. He's like, nah, you can't come. I mean, that's more just really being mean to her. But
yeah,
I think to her, Gogol is basically saying my family doesn't fuck with you. You can't come.
Yeah,
but you know,
but it's kind of like what you were saying about her being forced. It seemed more like not just like overacting or like bad acting. It just like was what it was. She was kind of really forcing it. It does suck that he felt clearly more compelled to assimilate to their culture, and after his dad dies, it seems like he feels guilty.
Oh my god, yeah.
And that's why he's not, I wouldn't say overcompensating, but taking time to go back to his roots to re-explore that part of himself because he's guilty because his dad died.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Basically, he felt like he abandoned his father like 100 times more.
Yeah.
You know, I can relate to this movie too, man, because I was at one of those Italian family party events for the girl that I was seeing back in the day. I didn't get to say bye to my grandma before she left my house and to go back to Bangladesh because I was there, because I was too busy trying to keep her happy, you know, just like trying to blend into the Italian culture and things like that. And my grandmother ended up dying when she went back home.
Word.
That's some
not word.
No, I
Not
know.
word.
I know, bro. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like the word is not a good word, but the tone, I understood it.
Yeah.
That's some shit, bro. I'll never fucking forget. I never forgave my shit for. Also, like with Gandhi, man, there was a story that actually happened while Gandhi was having sex with his wife at the time. In the other room, his father died. And he after that he was like, damn, like I was too busy, you know, I was too busy getting it, like,
Yeah.
instead of just being there. And then I guess he just sustained from sex. He was like, nah, no more sex. He probably took a little bit overboard, but I understood because he was only 12. He shouldn't have been fucking.
All right. There's a lot going on there.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard a lot about Gandhi, but
Gandhi's weird though. I heard that too.
yeah, kind of. He has like some things where he's an asshole. Like he was great as like a social justice advocate. He was. I mean, they didn't call it that at that time. Of course, they were just like, "Fuck you, Britain."
Yeah, for you fucking rebel.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to get into it. But I've heard some shit about Gandhi.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck him for that.
For what in particular?
Whatever. We're not gonna talk about it.
Well, it was part of his thing where, like, I don't know, you can't seek treatment for illnesses or something like that, or like certain kinds of medical treatments are like too much. And his wives, like at least one of them or something, got like sick of something, and he was like, no, you can't seek treatment. That's part of our religion or whatever. And they ended up dying, and then he needed like medical help for something, and then he accepted it.
Oh shit, yeah. He took like the way too holistic approach. He's like, nah, just take some soil right here.
Yeah, for them. But then himself, he was like, I'll take the penicillin.
Oh really?
Yeah, so they died of like treatable stuff, and then he didn't.
He's fucked then.
Yeah,
he's like
so
a
that
cult.
But
like that's like Waco, Texas, some weird shit. Like,
yeah, I would need to cite a source in order to be able to back what I just set up. I don't want to, like, if I find out it's wrong, I'll probably just delete it or something. But
you just start putting bleep noises.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. And I hate citing things that like, oh, I remember hearing one time. Like, I would like to have read it just before coming onto this show, but you know, sometimes you say wrong shit.
Fuck it.
And it's all about editing.
Exactly. It's all about thinking about it later.
Yeah.
That's some shit though. I had no idea, man. That's interesting to know. That's fucked up.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
See, that's the difference between Bangladesh and India. No cap. Let them know. I can say it.
Yeah,
your Bangladesh parents would never do that.
I love your parents.
Thank you. They love you too, man. They ask you about you all the time.
That's so nice.
Hell yeah. Let's get. Nah,
I got stories. But yeah, I like your parents are always. I don't want to say mild mannered, but I mean it's relevant because the dad in this movie, is essentially like that. Like Gogol goes like, I want to change my name, and then the dad goes like, do what you want, it's your name, and then he's very not passive, but he's not like an angry person. And if he does something that he doesn't like, or sorry, if Gogol doesn't do something or does something that he doesn't like. He doesn't like lash out at him. He doesn't like beat the shit out of him or anything. He doesn't say like, fuck you, it's my way, you're gonna do it. Like, he's very relaxed, and it reminded me like of the mannerisms of your parents from back in the day.
Hell yeah, man.
But you remember that time we got drunk off of red wine?
Oh, who can forget that, dude?
Yeah.
You should tell people what you did.
I can tell them what I got blamed for.
Well, my poor parents walk into at 4 a.m, waking up. Right.
Were they? I thought they were asleep.
They was. They was like, oh, you know, Naeeb's there with, you know, with his friends and everything. Like, oh, it's just a whatever. They're drinking. No one is driving. They're cool.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So everything, we went out to bars.
Is there?
What?
I was saying yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad.
I thought you said is there.
Oh, no.
I don't know. All right.
I'm mumbling.
I'm just saying, yeah, enunciate a little bit.
I didn't bring my gum. Sorry. Enunciate, you peasant.
Enunciate. Yeah. So we went out to a bar with other bandmates, ex-bandmates, because it was college at this point.
Yep.
And we went drinking around town, and then we went back to Naeeb's house, and everything was fine. We were all comfortably drunk. But then there was this girl that Brian brought over. Mm-hmm. And she was hot.
I mean, I don't think she was. That was you.
I was drunk. So anyway, yeah, she comes in with
she was
the
a great
nips.
Girl. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, let's do some nips. So
it's like, what the hell? Why not? They're free.
Yeah, everything was fine. Everything's always fine until the nips.
Yep.
So I did these nips, and then I think Brian cracked a bottle of red wine after that. So we had all the drinking, the beer and the whatever. I think I had some whiskey before that too.
Might as well have been drinking gasoline as well. Drinking everything.
We had the whiskey, we had the beer, we had the other stuff. Not drugs. Don't take drugs.
Nope. Don't take drugs for real. Don't be like me.
Oh,
I was kidding. Ooh.
Nope, he doesn't do them.
We're gonna definitely edit that.
Yeah. But yeah, after the red wine got cracked, I was already pretty drunk, and then the nips, and then the red wine.
Yep.
And a little bit after that, I browned out.
Yeah, you definitely did. Yeah, man. We were all sitting outside, all in these nice lawn chairs, enjoying the time. I believe. Oh, okay. So we're all sitting outside. You went to bed. I actually put you to bed in my bed. I was like, you can sleep here, bro.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, because we were all in the bedroom.
Yeah. We were all
in your
drunk.
bedroom.
Yep.
And I was really drunk and starting to brown out. And I'm pretty good about knowing when I'm about to brown out. So what I did was all right,
responsible drunk.
I was at the top of a set of stairs, and I thought to myself, I should sleep with my face pointing down the stairs.
Oh my god.
So that if I puke, I won't choke on it.
Oh yeah, you did do that. What the fuck?
And I was right.
You were right. I mean, that would have saved your life. Yes.
No. I was right. I puked.
Oh yeah. Well, see, the thing is you weren't laying face down, right?
No, I was facing your stair. I puked down your staircase.
Yeah, so you puked all red liquid, all the red wine down the staircase. But here's the thing too that actually terrified my parents, bro. You also puked again right next to you.
I did.
So
Brian came in
sleeping
with
on your side.
He came. Sorry, I started puking down the stairs. You guys heard me, and you were like, "Oh fuck!" And then so Brian comes out with a PBR box, an empty PBR box.
Yep.
And he gives it to me, and I'm just leaning against the wall, puking into this PBR box, puking red wine. And your parents come around, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Yeah. And they're looking down the stairs, and there's blood. Like, they thought there was blood all down the stairs. They're looking at me, and I'm just like, "There's this box getting filled up with red wine."
Oh my god, dude! I remember like my mom told me too. There was one point where we were sitting outside and we thought you were in bed or whatever. I don't know, bro. But I remember her scream at the top of her lungs, Naeem! Oh my, is he dead? Just like that. And fucking while she was screaming, I was like, I think like tipping someone over on the chair, like probably the girl. I was just like randomly tipping the chair so she's falling. So while I hear that scream, I'm all of a sudden in like soldier mode. I'm like, okay, so now I have to make sure this girl is landing perfectly safe so she's not getting hurt. Okay, she's good. Now I gotta sprint upstairs. Yeah. I run through the door, bro. I go upstairs and you're on your side. There's a red liquid right next to you. You're on the ground. I'll never forget that. Yeah. She thought that you like fell, hit your head, and your head busted.
Yeah, man. It was messed up. But
oh my, good times though.
So
fucked up.
Right after that, I immediately cleaned up the stairs, even when I was like half out of it.
Damn
but
right.
I cleaned up this because that's what you do if you fucking puke at somebody's house. You clean that shit. And then I went and I slept on your couch.
Night.
Yeah. I woke up in the morning to, I think it was either your dad or your mom.
Hell yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, thank you for cleaning up the stairs. Could you clean up the bathroom too?" I swear to this fucking day. Like I brown out sometimes, I get it, but not anymore, actually. Not anymore. But I did not puke in your bathroom.
Yeah,
I didn't go there.
Yeah, you didn't.
And what's even worse too, and I knew it wasn't me, this is a general crime scene, because I know my modus operandi, but somebody used one of your hand towels to try to mop up some of the puke.
That was me then.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was me then.
Fucking might have been. Because I was mortified. I saw that. I was like, I had a moment where I was like, did I puke again? I was really fucked up about it. And then I saw the fucking hand towel. I was like, that's not me.
He's like, come on.
I don't do that.
That's lazy as fuck. That's someone that lives in this house.
That is not what I thought. I thought it might have been Brian or something. But either way, God. I just knew it wasn't me.
Oh, that was fucking me, bro. That sounds like an old me thing to do.
Yeah. Bro. Well, anyway, I woke up off the couch and I cleaned up all of that too, because I was like, so I cleaned up your fucking puke. I was like, really well, I told your parents, like, I know it's not mine. I'm gonna clean it up, and I'll buy you towels if you want them. But I am not admitting to having done that because I didn't.
What'd they say?
They,
oh my
they
God,
kind of were
like,
like, they were like, oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure. I mean, there's puke. Someone's got to clean it.
You probably did. Or like they were kind of like, but they weren't pissed at me, and that's the thing. Like they were really mild mannered. And the funny thing is, the second I woke up on the couch, I had work in the morning, and Joe Mobige, who is the regular co-host of this podcast,
Oh yeah, shout outs to him.
I texted him because somebody drove me to your house. So I couldn't just be like, wake up and go like, oh, fuck, they hate me. And then leave, like clean up my puke and get out of there. I had to wait. So,
you had to wait for the Uber or something.
So I texted Joe and I was like, Joe, it's bad. You got to get me out of here. You got to pick me up now. I need to go.
It's like, it's the worst it could have been. Please.
It was literally the worst case scenario.
Joe, it's bad. Joe.
So
Holy fuck.
he comes and rushes and he comes to pick me up, and like as I'm waiting for him, your parents just kind of they see that everything's cleaned up and they're like, thank you very much for cleaning that up and all that stuff, and they're sitting on the couch and they're just like, we just wanted to have a quick conversation, like,
oh shit,
we wanted to let you know, like, we care about you, like you're a good kid, we love all of Naib's friends, and
hell yeah,
but we just wanted, like, we understand, like, maybe if you mix alcohols, sometimes that makes you, sick, and we just want you to be careful, and we want you to take care of yourself, and we want to make, and Misha chimed in. She was like, we were young once. And I was like, fuck. Misha.
That's so fucking funny. We were young once.
Yeah. But they were so caring. Like, your parents, I could cry. I don't know. I was actually tearing up.
I know.
I am actually a little bit tearing up. But
I know, bro. That's so funny.
I just remember them sitting there. They're like, their hands are folded, and they're really trying to make me know that they fucking care. And it was so nice, especially compared to my parents. But
oh hell yeah! No, your parents are good too. Yeah.
Well, but
that's fucking hilarious though. Like,
well, no, here it gets better. From there it gets better. Yeah. So they have this whole nice talk with me, and then I get the phone call from Joe because he's outside, and then. So I'm like, thank you very much, and and I get to Joe's car, and I noticed while I was tying my shoes, because I took my shoes off at some point, so I'm putting my shoes back on now, and I noticed that the shoes have red wine on them, really vomit red wine, so that's gross.
Mark of the beast, like right there.
And then I get into Joe's car, and he looks at me like, and I was like, what's up? And and I pull. He goes like, check your face. So I pull down the mirror. And I have red wine puke all over my fucking, all over my cheek.
Kidding me?
So the whole time that I'm talking to your mom and your dad, they're having this nice, calm conversation about responsible drinking and how they care about me. A whole time I just have this fucking puke on my face, and they don't say anything.
I feel like they did that on purpose to make you even more embarrassed. Because that's something they would do, bro. I can see my dad looking at you with a puke on your face, and he's like, I'm going to just wait till he sees it himself for all the shit he did.
It was fucking hilarious.
It's so fucking hilarious.
Oh. But yeah, this movie, to relate it back, that kind of like really somber, like, do what you're going to do. The only thing I can do is kind of like give you some advice, and if you follow it, you follow it, whatever. I really, when I was watching this movie, I remembered that time that I puked all over your house, and your parents talking to me with puke on my face.
Fucking hilarious.
I was going to work retail afterwards, so I'm not like ashamed.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what you do.
People go with like shit on themselves. Who cares?
Yeah, you're supposed to wake up with puke on your face and then go work a miserable fucking job.
Yeah, bro, you're not doing it right if you don't have red wine all over you.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious though. Like,
yeah, but like the way that I felt when your parents were kind of talking to me and like caring about me, I felt more empathy in the movie, especially for the father, and I was super sad when the dad died because he did remind me of like your dad,
definitely.
Because of that mannerism, it's kind of what the director was saying she was going for, like no words, but like just representative ways of acting,
Definitely, like speaking with just gestures, your eyes himself,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man, honestly, yeah.
I appreciate your parents. I love them.
Hell yeah, man. I'm going to let them know right after this. Tell them.
Yeah, maybe let them listen to the episode. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they asked about it, I'm going to send it to them.
Well, they've seen the movie, so it's going to apply, right? So that's the thing. Most people are like, well, I haven't seen it, or I need to watch it, or whatever, it's...
And then that's all it is. They don't actually go watch it or anything. yet.
No, people have watched it. What I've been doing too, and I guess this is a good place to plug it on my own fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I've been posting on the Instagram account.
Mm.
Like maybe a couple of days before I post the episode, people have time to watch the movie if they follow the Instagram account.
Definitely, man. Smart.
Yeah, but it does suck because I give introductory stuff where I kind of sum up the movie and say like if you should watch it or if you shouldn't. And then I've had people who have listened to like half the episode and they go like, I have to stop because I was jazzed for the movie, which is a good thing.
That's a good feeling, bro.
Yeah, well, that's the point of the podcast is that I take movies that people maybe probably haven't seen, like The Namesake. I haven't really heard of before.
Exactly.
And I appreciated it, so it makes me excited to jazz people up to want to see it. So unfortunately, I engineer this podcast so that people don't listen to it and they go watch a really good movie. But that's success to me.
I mean, hopefully, man, like I'm trying to get these numbers up in India and Bangladesh as well, because you do know that, like, well, I mean, no, you probably don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I'm like, you do know. I'm talking to you like you're Bengali. But what I was gonna say, they're very good with like support like that, and they love to listen to streams. They love to tune in, man. And I've seen a lot of artists. It just hits millions, you know. There's a big artist, Imran Khan, and all of his videos, they're up to like, I don't know, like 900 million, 600 million. Like, I've noticed that different countries like that, they're good for the algorithm for streams and viewing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, hopefully, you know, people are gonna hear it there.
Word.
Definitely.
I would love that. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's another reason why I picked the movie.
Oh, because it's popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that. Get all of India to listen.
Word.
Bangladesh, we hear it.
I'll hang out there. I'll go there.
Shit's hot there.
I'll fucking like, you mean like physically hot or?
Yeah, physically climate.
Have you been?
I have. I've been to Bangladesh. But the last time I was 12. Been a long time.
Word. Okay.
I remember. This is kind of just a random story, but in Islam, when I don't think it's exactly 4 years old, but it might be. That's why I might be messing it up, but I don't know. In Bangladesh culture, at least, and in Islam, I feel really bad for saying this because you're a vegan.
Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah.
But I guess.
Me.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck me. You're in my room, my studio. Fuck me.
No, literally, like, you know, proof's in the pudding. I'm cool, but you know.
No, I know.
Go for it. What's vegans?
No,
tell me.
Vegan,
tell me about vegans.
Man. No, I'm jealous of you guys. I tried to go vegan. I couldn't handle it. Didn't have enough willpower.
Because I'm strong, like a vegan. Vegan strong.
Vegan strong. Crush.
Yeah, but what are you going for?
I don't know. Basically, I was 4 years old. I was in Bangladesh. That was one of the times. And my father and their village, right, that they know, that they grew up in, they sacrificed, you know, goats for me and my brother. Like for me, for turning 4. So there's an old fashioned picture of me just like standing there like this, like mad happy with the goats. And my dad always told me that I kept asking, where are the goats? Where are the goats? After they fucking slaughtered them, dude. My dad's like, oh, they're sick. They went inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
He should have told you.
Honestly, but that's more just old, you know, older in Bengali culture. My parents aren't like that at all. They love animals. We got a dog, you know. But I'm sure my dad felt bad at seeing me, you know, Americanized Bengali boy born in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Where are the goats? Where are the goats? Like, all psyched, and he's like, fuck, I just did this.
Well, I mean, if he was, imagine like old school Bengali probably would have told you. Like,
yeah.
Fucking cut their throat, you know? Like, I bled this bitch for you.
Oh, when you turn 4, we bleed the spirit. Like something wet. Yeah. No.
Yeah, so.
But
like, yeah, your dad's totally, like, your dad's playing best of both worlds.
For real.
Stuff. I get that.
He's like juggling.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know sacrifices are something that are like literally a staple of so many different cultures. That for me to sit here right now and be like, oh, yuck, like, oh, sacrificing's fucked, would be really ignorant. One place I saw a whole lot in reading and stuff was Greek culture. That's a huge part of their stuff, like sacrificing and like donating to, you know, gods and stuff to make sure that they don't tear down your house with weather or whatever.
They don't bring the big bad wolf to
bring fortune, you know.
Oh, well, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yep.
But also it's kind of dark.
Like sacrificing or
yeah, just in general sacrifice. Well, what do they sacrifice?
with goats, lambs, sheep,
Oh, okay.
all
okay.
that shit. So
all that jazz.
yeah.
Well, you know me, man. Like, I love God. I love Allah. I'm a big believer, but, you know, I also love animals. So I'm always in the middle of things, which I tend to think is the safest. Being in balance, I always see both sides. But what you taught me today that was really, like, crazy is, do people, you know, do they actually call Irish people daywalkers?
Specifically like ginger people that don't have like lots of freckles on their face and like their hair is not bright orange, like Pennywise the clown orange. If you're any like darker, like you can see my hair, it's not dark, but it's in the sunlight, it's like strawberry blonde, like dirty strawberry blonde.
Sounds like a vape juice.
Dirty strawberry blonde.
Dirty. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
That's fucked up. That's a fucked up
You've
word.
never heard the term daywalker?
Nah, man. I mean, no. I know that they have called prostitutes that daywalker or something. I read like some book from Iceberg Slim, and
No shit. I know Iceberg Slim.
you know Iceberg Slim?
Yeah, where'd you pick up Iceberg Slim?
I watched an Amazon Prime documentary about him, and then I ended up buying the first book.
I heard about him from Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle went through a whole set where it was, I mean, he does this. He gets real fucking dark, but he gets like real with the audience.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was this whole story about like a prostitute and like how a pimp essentially like took control over her by like orchestrating danger. So he made her seem like she was in some kind of danger from somewhere, and then he saved her from it, but actually he just orchestrated the whole danger. So he controlled all of the events to make it look like he saved her life, and then she was like, I owe you everything. And
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
He's
So
just straight up pimping, basically.
it was real fucked up. The story was fucked up. The book
Definitely.
was probably fucked up, and that's
The
why
book
I
is-
was like, I should probably read this.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you know, it is a part of, I guess, a part of American culture. Back in that day, fuck, I forget where he was from. Is he from Memphis, Tennessee?
Iceberg?
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is
Forget.
what Dave Chappelle told me. And yeah.
Wherever he's from, man, I just forget. It might be Florida, but back in that day, like, pimping was the #1 source of income for for young African American males.
Okay, I was gonna say like everybody was doing it.
Everyone was pimping.
Either everyone was pimping or everybody's whoring.
Sounds like a grandpa. Oh, they're pimping and whoring.
Hoas.
But it's just crazy. The documentary, they're like glorifying pimps and things like that. I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. I just
Yeah.
like their fashion. That's it. I just like their suits, bro.
Yeah.
Their cars.
Yeah, those I forget what they call those suits. I learned about them in when I read Malcolm X's book. But
Oh yeah.
zoot suits, zoo suits. Zoot
That
suits?
sounds right. Zoot suits.
Zoot suit.
ZOOT, right?
Yeah, and you got that song Zoot Suit Riot.
Hell yeah.
Throw back a bottle of beer.
Play that up.
Puke down naive stairs.
Damn. Horrified everybody.
Scare his parents.
Parents almost called the police.
Parents almost called them. Yeah. So you've made a lot like in similar to the movie with Nick or Gogol. He goes back and forth in and out of religion, and then he goes like a hard turn towards religion. I know that you have recently made a hard turn back to your roots and to your culture.
Hell yeah. Know that Allah keep me safe and my family and friends.
Yeah. I mean, I can cut this part, but
No, you can keep it if you want.
Okay. No, but I
Oh.
was gonna mention the car accident.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you okay with talking about that?
Damn right, man. I was just helping you because you were paused.
I was paused because I was thinking like I want to respect your boundary, but yeah, if you want to talk about it.
Hey, man, you know it, bro. You my brother. Like, we talk about anything.
But it's not just you and me; it's you, me, and the rest of them.
I'm go shit. If I'm rapping, I gotta get used to it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to I'm just trying to be, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'll throw a few of my near-death experiences out there too.
Definitely.
But you had a near-death experience, and it seems like a lot of times when death gets involved or part of the conversation, kind of like in this movie when the father dies, there's a hard turn towards religion, or towards culture and all that stuff.
Just towards family values, close ones, you know.
Yeah. And so Yeah, for me, like because I don't want to, yeah, nothing specific. We won't get into specifics, but I've almost died several times. Um, and I've never felt compelled to go back to any religion. But the thing is, like, I was raised Christian or Catholic or whatever, one of those two fucking things. And I'm disgusted with that culture.
Were you baptized?
I was, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I definitely know, but it's more so of a cynicism towards like what that culture is right now and what it represents. So no shit, I wouldn't go back to that. So I don't really have a route to return to.
Have you seen the movie Spotlight?
Spotlights.
Yeah, man.
No.
So that's it's based on a true story. Boston Globe, a couple of journalists, and they followed all these different stories of different priests, sexually abusing. Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a documentary that I watched recently called The Keepers.
Okay.
That one is a lot about, I think it's around the Washington D.C. area, but
okay.
But there's also, I've heard there are communes of like religion in America still, like in like, I think upstate New York has some of them. But I've heard I listen to tons of podcasts. I've heard stories about people growing up on communes and the abuse that they suffered at the hands of it's essentially a cult of the leader of the cult, and how like they're supposed to try to be made to feel special, and how they get like paid off as like a 12-year-old kid that got abused by this guy.
Exactly.
I fucking just don't like organized religion. I do like spiritualism. I have my own, not religion, but like I got my own ways that I feel about stuff, and I don't think that the world is a cold, dead place that got left or is godless or whatever. I can't say that. I'm ready for it if it's true, but yeah, I just never got pulled to religion. But for you, you did make a hard turn for religion.
But I understand also what you're saying, because my hard turn for religion, it's more just about real, acknowledging God and Allah, right? But just more his name. I follow it more as a spiritualness, as you're saying. I have my own interpretations, there are some things I agree, some things I don't agree on the Quran. So I definitely understand that, man. Yeah. But I guess for near-death experience, that shit just shook me. It made me realize, I'm being reckless. I'm just, I don't know how to say it. I'm just chasing too many relationships. I'm just drinking, having fun, being a bachelor, I guess. And that's not the fucking way to go.
Yeah.
I guess I needed that.
Like a wake-up call.
Definitely that wake-up call, more pump brakes. And it's crazy because there was a coworker I had, and she said to me word for word, this was a week before my crash. She said, she was Chinese as well, so she was giant into Chinese zodiac and all their spirituality. She was like, just randomly asked me, because we got along very well, we were friends. She's like, what year were you born? I was like, 1994. And she's like, okay. You're a dog? I'm like, yeah, you're the dog, yeah, laughing. I'm like, hell yeah, Grace, yeah. And then she's like, okay, you need to slow down. Just like that. You need to slow down, and you need to realize what you have in front of you, and you need to attend to it. I'm like, damn. I was like standing there, bro, with like the freshest lineup, big ass, diamonds in my ears. Oh hell yeah. Not listening. Fuck. A week later, bro, I saw that.
Yeah.
And
you know what fucks with me? I was born in 1994 too. And at some point, that was also my zodiac message. And I also had a near-death experience. I wonder, does it line up? Is it the same day?
Like, what the fuck?
Are we both? Is the Zodiac right?
Dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck the Zodiac killer, but embrace the Zodiac. Like, did that shit happen to us at the same exact time? Like,
who knows? I don't remember some of my. I've had a few, but.
You want to talk about it? You can. Hell yeah.
Well, it's not. It's hard to specify. Like. I guess that's kind of like, I felt a little awkward going into this territory because I don't even know. It is just interesting to me, the pull towards religion and the relationship between death. Because to relate it to the movie, it was a death that brought him there.
Yes.
Back to its roots. I don't know. I also wonder about American culture, which I'm thoroughly raised in, whatever. We're very godless
yeah.
at the moment.
What do you mean by that?
I just said I hate organized religion, and I think a lot of people agree with me.
A lot of people downplay religion and are afraid of religion because of organized religion. So I understand that. Yeah,
it's the organized part of it, because I've heard all the horror stories of hierarchy and how hierarchy is manipulated to abuse power and actually really tear apart and victimize communities, entire communities. So yeah, it's hard not to be cynical towards religion, and I don't know. I feel like when you hear atheists speak specifically, it's a very like there's anger towards the fact that there's no God. So they say like there's no God, and they're kind of passionate about the fact like fuck, like if there is a God, they've got something to answer for.
Yeah, I was like, what
and
the fuck?
It always seems really contemptuous, and it's like you're probably not thinking of a logical conclusion to the question you're asking if you're heated about it like that.
Exactly.
So I never, and I mean for me too, you say weird shit that happened like beforehand. Here's one. I'll give one away.
You listening, world?
Because I own this pod. So every time I tell a story, that story's dead. You know, I can't tell it again. But I haven't told this one before, and I never really had context too. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I was on Main Street in my hometown. I was riding a motorcycle, and actually, you're in on this story.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I was on Main Street. I was riding a motorcycle. And there's 2 lanes, and it's like a 45-mile-an-hour road. Now, the person in front of me is driving like an idiot. They're like they're kind of going between lanes. They're kind of like going like in like different speeds. They're speeding up, slowing down. But when you're behind somebody like that on a motorcycle, you want to get the fuck away from them.
Definitely.
Because they could do anything. So there's somebody could pull out in front of them. They could slam on their brakes. They could do anything they fucking want. And then you're behind them. And motorcycles do not stop like cars. So I could crash into them. So I'm like, fuck this. So I go to the other lane and I start trying to pass them on their left. And they're kind of like, as I said, they're going between lanes. So they're kind of coming towards me at some points. So I'm as close to the yellow line as I possibly can.
Oh, fuck. How fast were you going?
I had to go like 50 because they were going 45 or like 30-ish or whatever. So I was just trying to get as quick as possible. So I'm going a little bit above the speed limit, like 5 miles above the speed limit. It's like 10 in the morning too. It's not like, and I'm not drunk. I'm completely sober.
Yeah.
I don't drink and drive. I just don't do that.
Never do that.
Yeah. Well, I was a driving instructor too, so it'd be like I would be real hypocritical if I ever did.
It's like you giving people lessons when you're drunk. You're like, oh, don't.
No, definitely not.
I know.
But yeah, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. It was like the middle of the day. These people are driving like assholes. I'm trying to go around them. And as I'm speeding past them, I noticed like out of like the left corner of my eye, I noticed like a guy, like kind of like with like a hat or something, like not like a construction hat, but like a guy standing there. He's not waving or flailing or anything. He's just kind of standing there like, and I noticed him. And then I noticed on the right side next to where there was a Dairy Queen, I noticed there's a service truck.
Oh shit.
No lights flashing or anything, just kind of there. And then as I'm turning away from the service truck, I see this like silver glint, like a little flash. And I noticed that there's a wire hanging from the telephone poles
oh my fucking God.
Down in the middle of the street. And like the way parabolas work.
Yeah.
Literally, like I'm on the yellow line trying not to get hit by this guy who's weaving between lanes. So I'm right at literally the lowest hanging point. And the second I see it, and I still attribute this to me being a driving instructor. So my reflexes are fucking like 110% at this moment.
Damn right.
I ducked.
Nice, dude. You fucking ducked.
I ducked.
Behind that?
And I don't know this. That's the thing about traumas. Like that was a traumatic event for me. I was thinking about that for a long time.
Dude, holy shit.
But I could swear I heard the wire like,
oh my,
swipe the helmet, like kind of drag on it a little bit. So I was close. And if you think you're going 50 miles an hour, that shit gets fucking underneath that helmet.
Oh my God.
My like worst case scenario, I get decapitated. Best case scenario, if that happened, I just get flung off my bike at 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like whatever fucking happens. Like,
I would say best case scenario, I get decapitated.
Fuck that.
Or not best case. Second best case. First best case is that I just get whipped off the bike. Yeah. Second best is decapitation. The worst one would be my neck cracks and I'm paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of my life because this wire hanging in the middle of the street.
Definitely.
So Yeah, that fucked with me. But after I got off of my bike, I had been listening to music, which you technically shouldn't do on a motorcycle.
Of course not, but what was the song?
Because I told you the story.
Yeah. What was the song?
The song was Armadillo by Roswell Kid. I did not look that up.
Okay. Nice.
Because I know it off the top of my head.
I'm
but
writing that down on my phone. Armadillo by Roswell Kid.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I am going to take a second to pull this up.
For real, bro. I might sample it. Armadillo.
I don't know if you can sample it. It's very punk rock. But
I'll try it. I'll do something.
Armadillo.
Roswell, what is it?
Roswell Kid.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. Just show that. That is
Hell
the
yeah.
cover art.
Hell yeah.
And the cover art is a guy in a Hawaiian shirt, which I wear.
Mm-hmm.
And on that day, I was exclusively wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I wasn't wearing anything else. I was just wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Really?
What
the fuck?
My Bluetooth headphones were working through my phone, and the guy on the album cover has a headphone. Has a phone held up to where his head would be. The guy is also like clearly hyper caffeinated because he has a coffee cup, and he's also decapitated.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. The lyrics of the song start like this.
Yep.
When you smashed my guts across the road, and you left me here to die alone, there's nothing worse there's nothing more that I could say, blah, blah, blah. But either way, it's about pretty much being left for dead in the middle of the road.
Yeah, like dying on traffic.
Yeah, and the album cover has the decapitated dude with the phone and the Hawaiian shirt and all that stuff. And I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and
you were only wearing a Hawaiian shirt, right?
I was wearing pants.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, thank God for that.
Yeah,
dude, that's fucked. What the fuck?
But that was
That's fucked.
pretty much like the second, like the I almost died but didn't. I just turned my phone off and said, "Fuck that! I'm done with this. I'm not listening to this right now." And I just kind of sat at 7-Eleven in the quiet for a few minutes and like thought about life and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then I rode on to work.
I would have called out. I don't even know how you went to work.
Yeah. Well, I worked the whole day
Hell
and just dissociated for sure.
Oh, for sure.
It's just like staring. And actually, my boss kind of chewed me out a little bit, and I was like, "Can you fuck off?" Like I flipped out at my boss because I was like, I was having a bad day.
Oh, definitely, bro.
Can
you? Just,
and I told them too. I was like, well, I said fuck off, but I was like, can you fuck off because I almost died today. I almost got decapitated.
Yeah.
I'm not in the fucking mood.
Yeah,
don't play fucking games with me.
Yeah, don't fuck with me. Little boy, don't fuck with me.
Yeah. But I worked the whole shift, and then when I started going home, I turned on the music. And I noticed that the song that I paused on, so a song that I almost died on that I didn't finish, that I paused on, was this song. It was Roswell Kid, Armadillo.
God, dude.
So yeah, you experience shit like that, and like
That's fucked, bro.
there's too many coincidences. Like it's like there's a coincidence. There's a coincidence, but there's just too many.
Yeah, bro, that's just like. That's some crazy. I don't even know what to say.
It's a slap in the fucking face.
That is a slap to the fucking face. It's like, hello, I'm here. Haha. Be careful. That's pretty much right. Like,
I don't know. Because if I had died,
yep.
This is what fucks with me. Sure, that might have been God. Like, ha ha ha, watch out or whatever. But it very well could have been a message like, if I did die, then it could have been another irony that nobody would have ever known. It was just happening.
Exactly.
So something was like kind of like cheering on my death as it happened.
I know y'all heard that breath. I'm like, shit, dude.
Yeah. So that's what fucks with me. It's like, yeah, sure, I could say like, oh, maybe it was a god, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't.
No, who was it?
I seen Interstellar. Okay. Could have been me from the past.
Could have been the fucking Matrix, bro. Keanu Reeves.
I don't know what it could have been, but I'm not. This is what the thing that I think is fucked up about myself, because you've had your near-death experience, and it brought you back to some religion and stuff. For me, I'm still willing to accept the fact that there might not be a god, and that might have all just been coincidence. It's possible.
It is possible, but what's the probability of it?
You're right. I don't know. That's the fucked up. But I think the thing that I love about religion, whenever I talk about it or think about it or whatever, is that there aren't answers. And that's when I get fucked up about organized religion, because there are answers.
That's a
I
good
respect it. Because again, like I watched this movie, I understand the culture, and I understand how religion is intermingled with culture.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's kind of like when Nicholas or
Nikolai.
Gogol
Yep.
brings
Gogol.
Don't laugh at the name, you fuck.
No,
Learn
it's
your
just-
lesson.
It's just so funny, bro. You sounded like you're on a Migos song. Gogol. Gogol. And then you're about to go in.
No, but you can't make fun of the name.
Oh yeah, shit.
It's the rules.
Fuck yeah. We're the reason why you wanted to change it.
Yeah. But he made fun of it too. I don't know. That was conflicting. You have a really cool name, so
Hell
I'm sure
yeah.
that's never happened to you.
It's it's pretty good, but a lot of people are always like, ha ha ha, naive, ha ha ha,
Fuck,
you know,
that's
for that
annoying.
word. And you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I
No, I don't, but yeah.
Well, hell yeah. I would say I'm pretty fucking naive. I'm like trying to change that.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Word.
Shit. But yeah, no, Naib, N-A-Y-E-E-B, great name. It means God's gift and good friend.
So your name means something.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. My parents gave me a name that's technically fitting. Kyle is a handsome man
Hell yeah.
in like Scottish, Irish, Celtic culture.
Ooh.
I think it also means like a straight, like a narrow channel of water.
Okay.
So
Hell yeah.
I'm handsome and straight.
Damn right.
I'm
I'm handsome and straight and proud.
Well,
SpongeBob.
I don't want to go like with straight pride or
Yeah, I know,
like,
right?
gay people are great. I love them.
Damn right.
But yeah, no, it's
Well, that's sick. I mean, so you're like the knight in shining armor of the Scottish time, bro. The most regal looking man.
hell yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got that lion hair, mane flowing.
Sometimes I go in and out of it. I have my hair grown out sometimes. but
Mr. Fabio right here.
yeah, sexy.
Damn right.
What the fuck was I talking about? We were talking about something good, then we were talking about your name.
Hell yeah.
Yeeb. Nikolai. He brings home the girlfriend, and he's like, we can't touch. We're not allowed to touch. We can't touch each other. Can't show physical affection in front of my parents. And then, of course, the girlfriend goes up and kisses fucking cheeks and stuff.
For real. Like, slap to the face.
Well, she just didn't know, so I get that.
I mean,
but
yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's not like.
she did just get told, literally.
Yeah, exactly. But also, it's like, I wouldn't say like everybody acts like that, like these days.
Do you mean with like it was showing touch and stuff?
Yeah, like they're fine, bro. Like I always see like Indian couples together in front of their parents, all that. But I will admit, I still to this day have never seen my mother and father kiss. So I understand it too. See, it's weird.
I don't know if I've seen my mom. I just don't. I feel
Well,
like
I
if I
mean-
ever see that shit, I don't make a note out of it.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
definitely, yeah. But like I've never seen them like just kiss or hold hands, and I guess it's just such a difference because the woman I was dating before, she was Puerto Rican, like I was saying, and with Spanish culture on Love and PDA, they're all about it. Like they're all together, always, holding each other, kissing, and like comfortable completely. And it kind of just sucks how like sometimes people see my culture and they think it's completely hardcore, like that scene in that movie. You cannot look at me. You cannot kiss me, or like something like that. It was never like that.
Well,
but-
one thing that wasn't in this movie was hijabs.
Definitely.
At all, which I noticed. I was like, okay. So that's a different culture.
Mm.
It also did a little bit confuse me when the son was like, definitely no touch or no intimacy in front of my parents.
Yeah.
And this is a kind of a love thing. I love this.
Yeah.
We understand because we've seen his parents from an outside view
Mm.
that they are very intimate and they hold each other. And it's so nice that like, just because you don't see it doesn't mean that they aren't still like, loving each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it is interesting to acknowledge that the son was confused about all that because he never saw them like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but clearly they are very harsh about, or not harsh, but they're very controlled about their self-expression as well.
Oh, definitely. And they're very hard on, who their son will marry and things like that. But
Yeah.
I would say my parents are completely different. All my parents care about, true love. That's
Yeah.
it. As long as she good to me.
That's because your parents are fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. Like bro, I've introduced them to so many different, people,
Yeah.
and like they've all been cool no matter what. So
Word.
it's good. It's nice to see that, but then it just sucks also where like, if things go south, it's like, I just hear certain things where it's like, I guess you didn't really understand my culture and me, and you thought that we were more Saudi Arabian or something. Like, I don't know, just kind of from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
I guess just time really shows it. That's really it.
Yeah.
So that I would say that's a big struggle part for me with relationships in America right now, 2021.
Word.
A lot of people just don't understand it. It's like they see me, they're like, well, you look Dominican.
Wowee.
Or like you're this and that. It's like, what are you? And then I'll be like, well, I'm Bengali. This is blah blah blah, this and that. And then they'll be, I don't know, they'll just think of just I guess other people's outside perspectives.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying really.
No, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean,
generalizations is what that is. You know, people are trying to mix up your culture with other cultures. You know.
yeah,
It's the other side of India, motherfucker.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
like we by the water.
Look at a map. Fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Not too hard. I remember one time I told someone, I'm from Bangladesh, and it was a customer at my job, and I'm selling him a phone, and he's saying, oh, what the hell is that? And I'm like, oh, Bangladesh. And he's like, nah, if you're not from Europe, I don't fucking know where you're from. He's like, what is that, Morocco?
Does that piss you off?
Oh, hell yeah. He was just like, what is that, Morocco? Or whatever. Back to the phone, right? Bro, I didn't take that shit at all. I wear 2 watches. Like, literally, I'm at work dug in. Like, I don't give a shit. I make minimum wage. Work don't mean none to me.
Yeah.
It's just more respect for me. So I instantly was like, nah. I said word for word. I was like, nah, fuck that phone shit. I'm going to tell you right now what Bangladesh is. And I pulled out my phone. I was like, you ever see a map? And then just like what you say.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I showed it to him, bro. And I could tell he was getting pissed, but I made him not say a single word.
Dude, I am the fucking king of making people feel like assholes if they fuck with me at retail. Because when I worked with retail, I there was we would change watches, change watch batteries at work, and I've worked like with female coworkers, and there are some people that like we don't take certain kinds of watches because they're like they got crystal in them and shit, and we're like a small retail store. The watch battery process is $9, so. Like it's like, you're $9, and then I'm gonna fuck up your watch or scratch it, and then you're gonna come back to me to replace your fucking like $150, $500 watch.
Yeah.
No, no, bring it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But what they would usually say is like you'd say no, and then they would say, well, they did it for me last time, or they would try to like skirt around it or whatever.
Definitely.
And there's this one time that I was working with a female coworker, and she told this old guy, like, no, I'm not going to do the watch because it's too high of a value. And he was like, oh, but they did it for me last time. And then she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And he was like, well, come on, could you maybe like make an exception? Like, I promise I won't be mad if anything gets scratched or anything. Shit. And he kept kind of insisting. And then I broke in, and I was like, hey, do you have a problem with the word no? Rapey Dave.
Yeah,
I didn't call him Rapey Dave, but I laid heavy. Like, she's telling you no. She has said no several times.
Motherfucker.
You don't know what the fucking word no means?
It's like, what, that means just still stand and go, oh, please? Like, I won't care.
Fucking beg.
What the fuck?
Fucking go away.
Yeah.
That's leave. Yeah. And he was with, it looked like his daughter or something like that, who was still like 40 or something.
He was obviously making your coworker very uncomfortable. You could tell. She was probably like, looking at you saying, oh, can you please step in? Probably.
She didn't do that.
Oh,
she was just saying no, but I could tell that it wasn't going anywhere, and that he was just kind of fucking with her. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking There are other instances where I fucked into that shit, but
yeah, good for you, man. Honestly, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck people who treat people like that in retail. Like, just listen to the fucking person that you're talking to, and yeah, it sucks that you were dismissed too. I sorry to make it about me.
No, man. What the fuck? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's not all about me. So yeah, I want you to talk for real. Oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's because the camera's on you.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm scared. I'm nervous.
Now it's both of us. So we're together.
Right.
That's weird when it does that though.
Ooh. I like that. Every time I talk, it says, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just don't understand how it is working retail. A lot of people haven't seen it like us, because we worked a lot of different retail jobs.
I feel like it does make you a generally better person to have worked a little bit of retail.
Absolutely.
Just so you have more perspective, and then people go like return. Like, I bought these cameras, and one of these cameras was wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it would, like, had one feature that would completely fuck up like this streaming. Like, I'd need to stop every like 30 minutes to turn it back on if I had bought that one. So I was like, fuck no.
Yeah, hell no.
So I had to return it, and their policy is that there's like a restocking fee or something,
Yeah,
like 15%.
That's true, yeah.
And I was like, please no. And then they were like, well, I mean, I can call over a manager, and I was like, sure. Like, I don't want to fucker with them. Like, I don't want to be like, give me your manager.
Yeah,
But
you're like,
the camera's expensive, and I don't want to pay 15% of that.
Like, I'd really fucking appreciate it, please.
Yeah. So when they eventually said, yeah, like, you can return it and exchange it and stuff. They were great. I love that place was great.
Best Buy?
It was Best Buy, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I returned it, I was super careful about like opening up the packages again, and then like after the first time I opened it very carefully. I didn't tear anything open. I was like, the tape was like, I thinly sliced the tape to make sure it was like, I was super careful.
Very intricate.
And then when I was returning it, I did this, like, I repackaged it exactly how I found it, so that literally if you opened it, nobody would ever know.
Yeah, legit. Like, it would be like you were at the store, you're just looking at it.
Yeah.
Like opening it.
You had just freshly opened it. And that's definitely
hilarious.
from like 1,000 times of being in retail and somebody trying to return something that they literally like, they fed to their dog. They're like, hey, can I get this, like, give this back to you for money? And I'm like, fucking no.
Like, what the hell is that,
you
man?
dipshit. Like this.
You wiped a red wine with that.
I gotta
or some shit. Sorry, cough.
I gotta sell that shit. You know, like, you can't just bring that shit in after wiping your ass with it and then try to sell it. So yeah, I just feel like just general interactions and understanding like how the world works and stuff is just better if you've been in retail for a little bit. You know?
I have a funny story. I worked at CVS. There was an old man who used to always come in after eating half the bag of wasabi peanuts, and he'd be like, "Oh, I want to return it. It's rancid." It's rancid.
That fuck.
That word rancid still stuck in my head. It's rancid because you'd come in every week.
Do the same shit?
Yeah, after
That's
eating the whole
also
bag.
the worst.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, it's terrible when they get repeat offender. Like, it's
rancid.
Annoying
It's rancid.
people that come back and be annoying the same way again. It's
Yeah,
like, can you fucking
exactly.
learn?
But it's sick because working retail, man, it's taught us patience. And it's definitely helped us communicate, I'd say, with all demographics. That's for sure.
Yeah, there was an old couple from Argentina. Me and Ryan were working that day. Ryan McGuire.
Hell yeah.
It's funny because these people, like, I knew Ryan back when he was getting into fights in high school.
Yeah.
And
punching knives when he was drunk.
Oh my god! And everybody just got exposed to him being super smart.
Yeah, right?
Like, you wouldn't even know, man. It's
yeah.
fucked. But yeah, me and Ryan were working, and this guy from Argentina came in, and he was like so happy with how much we helped him. That he gave us both a pack of matches from Argentina.
Nice.
And he's like, specifically when you swipe it, just make sure you smell it because the aroma is very specifically like special with this match.
Hell,
but
fucking yeah.
I think Joe got Joe Movige, host of the show.
Hell yeah.
He got, I think, rupees. Somebody gave him rupees.
Ooh.
As a tip. Well, no, because it was like
still cool.
They were talking about culture and stuff, and so they gave him they were like, if you like currency from other places, here, take this.
Nice.
So it was like a really cool thing. He was really happy about it. So.
Yeah, definitely. If he's already saying I love different currency, from other countries, yeah, that definitely made his day, probably his month.
Yeah.
Seeing that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So retail, it teaches you patience. It teaches you a whole lot of shit. I definitely think I'm better from having worked retail. And yeah, why are we talking about retail?
Bro, talking about everything, I guess. I always tell people, with retail, it's like, it's kind of like police work. It's just like good cop, bad cop. The managers are the bad cop. No, you can't do it.
Have you ever had to kick anybody out?
Hell yeah.
So, okay.
Racism, I had to for racism.
Fuck yeah. Ooh, I got called racist once.
Holy. All right, let's hear it. Explain that. Damn.
All right.
By a customer or a coworker?
By a customer.
Okay.
So I was working. And these are all my stories. What the fuck?
I'll give you my stories after. No question.
Okay. All right. I was working at this store, and I was sitting behind the counter, and I was on the phone with a customer and they're like slowly reading out like the information that I need. So they're talking like at a snail's pace. I'm just sitting here like fucking just waiting for them to finish talking. And as I'm waiting, there's my boss, who was the only other person working with me, was outside helping somebody with the shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was alone in the store. This guy's standing at the counter waiting for me to talk to him, but I'm on the phone.
Okay.
And it's an older black man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like waiting for this guy at the snail's pace to finish. And I mean, I probably could have looked up and said like, hey man, I'll be a minute. This guy's just taking really fucking long or something. But I just was, I was pissed off. It was the whole day of retail. I'm listening to this fuck trying to talk, and I'm just bull. So I'm just kind of like staring at this computer screen, like waiting for this guy to finish talking. And this older black gentleman thought I was ignoring him.
Shit.
So he throws up his arms.
Fuck.
And he walks out of the store, and as he's walking out, he turns around and goes like, if you're not serving people like me or something, then you could have just said so.
Damn.
And so
what the fuck?
He walks out, and then he gets in his car, and I'm just kind of like, I'm dumbstruck. Like I'm just sitting there like with this phone call, and like I think I hung up on the guy at that point. I was like, I'm fucking done with you.
It's like, bro, what the? I gotta handle
what
this.
What just happened? Yeah. The guy actually gets back out of his car. He comes back in. He's like, yeah, fuck you, and like he says this other stuff, and like after a minute, after I break out of the cold stare that I'm like looking at the ground,
for real,
I go like, are you calling me a fucking racist? And like,
good that you.
That was
up.
A quote.
Yeah, honestly,
I actually said that.
Are you calling me a fucking racist?
Yeah, it was some real Quentin Tarantino shit.
Yeah, man, for real.
And he goes like, yeah. He doubles down. He's like, yeah, and
he's like, yeah, motherfucker, I did.
I can't remember where it went from there, but I was essentially just like I'm so much not a fucking racist. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's what I said. It was perfect. I said, sir, the problem here isn't that I'm a racist. It's that you're impatient.
Definitely.
Because you couldn't wait 5 minutes for the person on the phone to fucking finish their conversation. You had to make it about you, like being, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I don't know.
But it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And to his defense, I don't know where he just came from. Something fucked up could have just happened down the road, and he's like, fuck, this is like the 5th time today that somebody's being hugely fucking racist to me.
Like he could have been in that town, and like every other store was probably treating him like shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So I don't know where he came from, but I was like, no, not me, not like this.
Yeah, it's like, you got the wrong guy. Not like this. That's funny.
Which fucked with me a little bit, because I was like, it was the first time in my life I ever got like cold called a racist.
That's what I mean, man. They're just doing it just to say it. Like that's what I was saying beforehand. I feel like people just kind of see when someone is a Caucasian heterosexual male, and then if just I don't.
After a lifetime of learning.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that, but like I said, the guy has associations. He's got shit.
For real.
I don't know where he's coming from. I don't know what he's experienced in his life. And very, like, not to say that white people have a history of being fucking racist, but they do.
Yeah, they do.
So
yeah, they do.
So I don't blame that.
Like they might.
Yeah.
Quote that on me.
It does.
I said they might. No,
yeah. Generalizations suck no matter what. And yeah, it sucks that I was generalized. I understand where it came from.
Yeah, man. It's just
happened.
Recently, it's like, I feel like you guys, I don't know. It's like, what? No, I don't.
It's a touchy conversation. I get it, man.
As soon as anyone says the word "you guys," it just sounds fucking bad. That's why I just.
But you guys over in Bangladesh,
I know.
I mean, like, oh, all the dying and the
yeah,
back in the 1970s. Oh, you poor bastard.
What do you mean, you guys? Yeah, literally. That's why I just completely like fucking had a like brain fire. I was like,
yeah,
I don't know what to say.
Hey, all you guys.
Yeah, hey, you guys. So my story with the racism.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Hell yeah. So I was working at a phone company. I'm not gonna tell you which one, because I don't want to get in trouble, but a phone company. So I was the only gentleman that was standing right by the door. I had my own laptop, kiosk, what have you, and everyone else was kind of at the back end of the store. There was a nice family, and they were getting like a phone plan or whatever. So the whole store it's basically 4 family members and then 3 coworkers that are all working together to handle that, and then just me on the side by the door. A woman comes in. She starts screaming, "Hey, fuck," and then the name of the company. Fuck them. Always adding different shit on my bill. Fuck you. So I realized since I'm the one right by the door, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta handle this.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm usually good with diffusing situations like that, especially for the name of a company. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of like fun for me. I can just be like, no, ma'am, like I got you. Like I'll throw you 10%. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. No tip or something. I don't know. You don't have to tip.
Yeah.
But so I start saying, hey, ma'am, how you doing? Trying to handle it. So she starts telling me these things. Basically, she lost her Apple ID password. So for some reason, Apple couldn't figure it out. So isn't Apple supposed to figure that out?
I used to work on those phones. They make it so that if you lose your Apple ID,
you're fucked.
Nobody can help you. All of your information is gone. And I think that it's a threat to anybody that doesn't subscribe to iCloud. This podcast is on Apple Podcasts. I don't know if it's going to turn out bad for me, but
who knows? It might put your ratings up. I don't know.
For a short time before they remove my podcast and you can't get it. But yeah, I'm really suspicious about that shit because it's I mean, honestly, you lose all of the pictures that you ever had if you didn't subscribe to the iCloud. If you don't remember your password, and nobody can help you. Honestly, so yeah, man, anyway, keep going.
Well, you're right though. Yeah, you lose all your contacts. I mean, honestly, I think it's a smart business move, but it's really shiesty for sure.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like a smart business move
is shiesty.
That's how they do it. That's you gain money. People have to pay for your shit.
Fuck.
You win. That's a smart business move. That's why I don't dig on business.
Yeah, that's me neither. Like I feel like when I get my own business, bro, like I'm gonna honestly always give more for what you're paying.
I mean, to an extent, you have to justify. Yeah. I'm not an idiot, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, here I am with my super nice cameras and my super nice microphones. Nobody's paying me. I'm good at business.
I'm businessman.
I know what an asset is and that I have them. I don't know how or what to do with them. But yeah,
throw it in the bank, invest.
So this lady sucks. She sucks. But she's pissed off. We get why, but she sucks.
Yeah, she feels abandoned. So I had to be there to help. So as I'm telling her, yo, honestly, I can't do shit. Like if you lost the Apple ID, that's it. Can't do anything. Yeah. The most I can do, ma'am, is sell you a new phone. If you just hand me money, I'll fix it or whatever. So she starts saying, this is why I think the Philippines deserve 15 cents an hour. That's exactly my reaction. I go, oh shit! It's like a big punch. It's like and then she's like, "What is your name?" I'm like, "Shit, my name's Yeeb." Yeah, show the tag. What the fuck kind of name is that? Is that even your real name? It's like another punch. I go back, and then I start laughing, and then I go, "Shit," just like that shit. And then she just keeps going off, and I'm like, "Man, what you mean? Like, I'm not even Philippine. Like, I'm Bengali."
Yeah.
Well, whatever the fuck you're from, I can tell from your skin color what you are.
Was she white?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this lady.
I don't know. She was probably on drugs. It just sounded like it.
Whatever,
bro.
man.
Like,
dude, like, I have been in situations at my work where I've heard that shit going down. I run right the fuck out because it's awkward and like I'm the angry white dude, so I take care of it. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Like the family could hear it, bro. Coworkers can hear it. Everyone's like, "Fuck, what the hell?
Fuck this person."
The kids in the store with the family, bro, they're like 3 and 4. I'm like, dude, I can't have her like say all this shit.
I would have told that lady to get the fuck out. Bro, but anyway,
that's what I did. I was like,
no, tell it dramatically.
Oh, damn, shit. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, man, what are you saying all this stupid shit for? Like, no, like this is how I'm saying. Like, if someone pisses me off, I instantly just, I don't know, get into rap mode, and I'm like, not calling her any bad words, but I'm like, yo, what the fuck you even talking about? Like, what are you saying all this stupid shit for in this building? Like, especially to me right now, I'm colored. Are you like dumb? You blind? Bro. And I'm like, yo, you can't say any of this stupid shit here. And then I'm like, oh, I know, like, I made a crack about the current president back then. I was
Trump.
Like, Trump.
Oh yeah, I'm loud and proud on this podcast about how much I support Trump.
Really?
No, I hate Trump. I hate him. I fucking super hate Trump.
You should play a toilet sound flushing, bro, right after. No, I hate Trump.
I will do that.
Yeah. That would be fire.
All right, anyway.
Yeah, she was Mrs. Trump, bro. And I was like, yo, I know Trump's the fucking president right now, but, like, you can't say this dumb shit here. Yeah. If you don't leave, I'm going to call the cops. And she's like, I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm like, all right, I'm going to call the cops then. You stupid as fuck. They're going to tackle you, not me.
Yeah.
And she ended up just leaving. She's like, fuck you. Another time.
I mean, are you sure that the cops would have tackled her instead of you?
Nah, probably not, bro. They'll probably see me. Hey, why are you being on the register? It's fucked up.
You're trying to rob this lady.
You have a calculator in your hand. You're looking up her bill. Hey.
That's fucked.
Another time, a woman like snapped her fingers. Hey, boy, come here, boy. And I had another older woman stand up for me, which was nice.
Yeah.
She seemed like very old school Italian from New York, you know?
Hell yeah.
You ever play the game Mafia 2?
Yeah, actually. I love that.
Like that time, bro, like you could get a coat from that store. And she had all that with like the bowl hat and everything. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's
Hell
so
yeah.
nice. Yeah, great lady.
That's pretty cool.
Dumbass people.
Yeah. No, but other people, when they stick up for you, they make up for the whole fucking thing. Like, make you feel way better.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, shitty interactions, like especially because, well, let's be honest, your adrenaline kind of gets up there. You get shaky because you have to deal with this fucking person, and you don't know how it's gonna go because you tell them to get the fuck out. You're telling a grown person to get the fuck out of, like, you don't feel. There's not a lot of things in situations in life where you're not a responder, like a first responder, where you have to tell people or order people and expect them to listen to you.
Exactly.
Scary shit. And then you think, like, I have to back this up.
Yeah, literally.
Like, can I fight this fucking blonde? Can I? Like, am I hair pulling? Am I that kind of guy? Like,
yeah. Can I use my nails and I'm crushed? Like,
I'll fuck this lady. I don't actually. Never mind. I won't fuck her.
No, don't. Nope. She's retired.
Whoops, crazy.
But that's why, bro, I relate, which is so weird. People don't get it at first, but then they realize it from like what you're saying. I relate retail work to police work. It's like, yo, I got the Best Buy badge on. I got this name tag on. Shit, I'm one of the officers. I have the authority. I can kick you out if you're being like this. But the biggest difference, though, shit, we don't have that GAT, so we can't protect us.
Well, I've got all sorts of, like, okay. Have you ever needed one?
Yes.
In a retail situation?
No, not in a retail situation.
Okay, all right, hold on.
What the hell?
So in your daily job, you never needed a gun to de-escalate those situations that you were in?
Definitely not, no.
There you go. Have you ever had to call the cops?
No. Well, I had a customer call the cops, but not because of us.
Yeah, okay.
Something like they got a stolen phone sold to them or something.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
But like if somebody's yelling in your store, you have to get them the fuck out. And you have to, it's not like you're going to pull them by the arm and throw them out because they're going to hit you with an assault charge. So you need to de-escalate the situation and get this raving crazy fuck out of the store. You've never needed a gun.
So basically, we do better police work.
I wasn't going to say that, but and I won't say that. I'm not going to go ahead and say that a police officer's job isn't dangerous or et cetera, and that. But I will say that the education needs to fucking step it up because you're de-escalating situations, and I've lived my entire life without shooting somebody in the fucking face.
Straight up.
And I've lived through some pretty violent situations aside from retail. It's kind of like you were just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
There were times when I needed a gun. But
literally. But it's like, bro, like we're so quick-witted and we're good, patient. We're good with any demographic. It's like we're able to steer conversations so it's de-escalated, so it's not resorted to violence or anything. I'm sure so many situations that you've been in where they're at first angry at you just for the badge, just for what you're wearing, right? And then you, just through your talking, they've understood you and said, oh, thank you.
You gotta work with them. You gotta work with people.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. And
just gotta work with
them. I have a history of getting in arguments with cops on the side of the road.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because they always stupid shit and then they say stupid shit. And I clearly am an outspoken person, so
damn right.
I'll tell them you're saying stupid shit to me.
Yeah, literally.
And then they hit you with the book.
Or at least try to.
You get a lawyer and you contest it afterwards and pretty much it always goes away. I mean,
absolutely.
I am white, so
hell yeah. You're not gonna see a lot of time, maybe.
I don't. I always go to court. Always. I say that like I'm there all the time, but every time I have gone, which has been multiple times, wear a suit.
Damn fucking right. I don't get why people wear like the joggers I'm wearing right now and then like flip-flops. I've been there.
Yeah, I don't understand people. How are you gonna appeal to the better nature of the judge? Like, wear a suit.
How are you gonna like? Yeah, exactly, man. How are you gonna like? A judge's job is to judge you, right?
Like, it's a job. It's a job interview you don't want.
Yeah, it's like the one where you gotta be a saint. So it's like, how are you going to look like you're a good person or you're innocent or you're at least just level-headed when you have like a cherry red lids fitted hat and like Jordans on?
Yeah,
I respect the drip and I guess sometimes I would say it's based on location, because when I went to Lawrence Court, I saw that a lot happening, and I feel like maybe it's just the nicest clothes that they own or wear.
I've been to Lowell. I've been to Woburn.
Yeah, me too.
It could be the case. That's a whole other.
That's kind of sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they don't have a suit, you know?
Exactly. I mean, I've seen people where they definitely seem like they just don't have a suit. They just have that dress shirt. But then I've seen other people where it's like, oh no, come on, bro.
Well,
I know.
Even a dress shirt is pretty good. Like, I think the main thing is just making an attempt to show them, you know?
Just common courtesy. Like a hat for, I wouldn't be wearing a hat while standing in front of a judge. No.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people just keep it backwards or tilted like T.I.
It's a bad idea.
And I'll be sitting there, bro, in like a hot pink dress shirt, but then
Yeah.
at least still like iron pants and dress shoes and a tucked in with a belt. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
damn, you gotta look like a lawyer. You can't look like you need one.
Word. I love how much we've both been to courts, apparently, and needing to make the good impression in court.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
I still haven't been called for jury duty. Or I did get called, but then it got canceled for some reason. I was really excited, too. People hate jury duty.
I'm excited. I mean, I got called once for it. I showed up 3 hours late, and nothing happened. They were cool. They tried to say, oh, you're going to get fined or whatever. I guess I just lucked out. So I remember going into the room. There's like 40 people waiting.
Yeah.
And there's like a cop sitting right there at the desk. I opened the door. This is 3 hours later. I was supposed to be there at 10 a.m. I showed up at 10. I had to count with my fingers. 10, 11, 12, 1. Showed up at 1 p.m. The guy's like, yo, like, are you like fucked up? Like, that's what he said. He's like, are you okay? Like, you have to be here at 10, right?
Yeah.
And my only excuse was, I had to get breakfast. I didn't know what else to say. He looks right at me. He's like, sit the fuck down. I go, all right.
Was he an officer?
He was an officer.
Then that's what you fucking say, because he doesn't deserve any kind of, like, you don't owe him an explanation.
Yeah, I know he's just sitting there chilling. He's probably, I think he was playing Temple Run at the time on his phone.
Well, that's just, classically, it was just don't tell. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
You don't need to know. What do you need to, what yeah. So
Yeah,
so you can,
exactly.
I don't know. The cops, don't trust the cops. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you don't need to, say little as possible.
Even the cops, one of my lawyers, one of them,
One of them.
was a cop, and he would say, don't talk to the cops. Don't talk to them.
Seriously.
Don't say anything to the cops at all. Plead the fifth, and don't fucking say a goddamn word.
For real.
And he used to be a cop. So even the cops know, don't talk to the cops.
Definitely.
Don't do
man.
it.
Definitely. Like, that's the whole reason why I'm studying law, is because I want to tell people what you're saying and just help them. Basically, people that feel like, am I doing something wrong? Should I talk to the police? There's so many false confessions that have been made by the police just because they're doing lazy police work.
Yeah.
I have a friend from New York, and he told me how at least 5 different times he fit a description just because he was African American.
Yeah.
And he wore like blue jeans.
Yeah.
In New York, bro. Do you know how many African Americans there probably wear with blue jeans? And they would be like, hey, you fit a description. Stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, he'll stop. But basically it's just kind of like you just gotta let them do whatever they want and don't say anything. It sucks, but it's the way to go, man. It's better to live and fight it in court and win and get everything dropped than try to just say no, I'm not going, and then die or anything.
That's so fucked.
I know,
because if I've been a whiny bitch with cops. I haven't been like a whiny, like I'll hyper analytical, like say like this is all the reasons why you're a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
But even that alone is like, I realize that that's something that I've gotten away with. And I don't have a criminal record actually. Because get a lawyer.
Get that lawyer, man.
Do not get a criminal record.
Make sure his suit is ironed.
Yeah.
No, well, that's good. I mean, the way I see it, bro, is like, shit. During that time, they got the gun. I don't.
Yeah, that's what a criminology professor I used to have would say. You don't know who this person is, you don't know where they're coming from, what they're doing, if they have anger issues, but you do know that they have a gun.
Exactly.
And you don't.
Exactly.
So if they ask you something, say no thank you.
Yeah.
If they're knocking on your front door, you open the door, you say no thank you.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Treat them like they're selling lotion at a mall.
Yeah, no thank you.
No, I'm good.
I don't think so. Nope.
You see, I'm just with my family.
Yeah. Especially if I haven't done anything. Nope, no thank you.
No, definitely not, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You hear about the Parkland 5? That story?
No, what?
So there's a show on Netflix called When They See Us.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend you to watch that.
Yeah.
It's a, I believe, 6-episode series. Each episode is like an hour and a half long. And it was about the park.
So you mean movies?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a TV show, but it's also a movie, right?
It's like the Marvel shows.
Oh my God, bro. It
So
was
long.
amazing, though. It really shows you how fucked up the criminal justice system is in America and how like biased it is. And it basically shows, and even the actors and actresses, they look just like the real people. And it's about these group of kids. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I'll let you know the story. It's about a group of kids. They were 12 years old to 15 years old. They were at a park, all just chilling, having fun in New York. Apparently a woman was assaulted, raped, and beaten, but she lived in the park that same night. The woman has said over and over, I do not remember who the attacker was.
Yeah.
But I believe it was just one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the police, just because there have been so many, rapes and beatings at that park to female joggers, which I understand, they're like trying to solve it and they're trying to figure it out, but they were just very lazy. Basically what they did was they made these 4 kids that they just randomly rounded up.
Yeah.
And then they were like, hey, tell them that this is what you did. Write it down. Like, just kept yelling at them.
Yeah.
Held them longer than how long that they're actually supposed to hold them. I believe the longest they can, if you're suspected of a crime, is 48 hours or 72, right?
72 hours.
72, yes.
Sorry, 48.
It
Might be 48 hours.
That's one of them, bro.
It fucks me up because 48 hours is like how long they need, or how long they have to solve a murder case.
Exactly.
I remember that, but yeah, okay.
If you get round up like that, bro, like you were saying, don't say shit.
Yeah, nothing.
Live that 48 hours.
Yeah.
And kept yelling at these kids because they're like 12 years old. They somehow got basically 5 different Parkland 5, 5 different confessions from all of them, all different.
Yeah.
But still fucked them all over. They all went to jail.
Fuck, hey, dude.
Served for like 8 years, 6 years.
Yeah, I wish I knew the statistic off the top of my head, but there is a statistic for how many false incriminations.
Oh yeah.
And potential exonerations, or like. And people, that's the one of the main arguments against the death penalty, is the amount of people who are wrongfully incriminated and later on hopefully get exonerated. But if they get the death penalty for rape or for murder or whatever, yeah, nobody ever gets the death penalty for rape. But
I mean, some people, like, they get years though. But
yeah,
it's like pretty much the death penalty, but you're not sentenced to death.
Yeah, well, but anyway, with the death penalty is like that's. The reason that they say that it's a bad thing is because you never actually know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because our system is so full of holes that it very well could be the case that the person that's being sentenced is not actually guilty, and then later on they could find out and be like, "Whoopsie daisy! Well, we fucking killed him already," So
that literally just happened to a man last week. I forget his name, but that's what they said. They were like, "Oh, he was murdered by the death penalty," and yeah, for real, that is murder. Because he didn't even do the crime, right? So they murdered him like 10 or 20 years ago. They just found evidence proving that he's innocent. His family still kept on it for that long.
That's so fucked. That's so sad is what that is,
Honestly, man. Because it's fucked up. Because it's like, think of it. If you're innocent and you're getting sent to prison, right? Bro, anything that can happen to you, right? It's going to add more years to your sentence.
Yeah.
So you just may never get out.
Yeah.
And that's happened many times. Another movie I recommend is Shot Caller. Watch that.
I think I've actually heard about that one.
I fucking love that movie, bro. I was about to pick that, but I don't have much to say about that.
No?
Well, because of my color.
Ah, okay.
I don't, because it's a movie about neo-Nazism.
Ah, okay.
I like the movie a lot because it has the guy from Game of Thrones, the guy that played Jaime Lannister. Yeah, man. And it's about him as an accountant, and he goes to prison for drunk driving and accidentally killing his best friend while his wife is in the car and his wife is in the car. And so you see,
so he kind of, does he have to become like a neo-Nazi in order to survive in prison?
Absolutely. So you see a regular dude, and then you see how years are being added on and the shit that he had to do just to stay alive.
You don't have anything to say about it, or you wouldn't want to have anything to say about it?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I get it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Good movie.
Yeah. So back to
Damn right.
the Namesake.
Mm.
If you were to recommend this movie to somebody in particular, who do you think you would recommend it to?
I'll recommend this movie to Billy Holtzberg, Ryan McGuire, Joe Mobish, Janessa Isaac, who else?
No, hey.
Bobby Croswell.
No, I mean like
Everybody.
like a type of
Shit.
person.
Oh, you was telling me to drop names.
No,
like, hell yeah.
no.
I got a whole list of names.
Yeah, I heard it.
I mean, I had more, but I couldn't think. I should have wrote it down.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were saying a specific demographic?
Yeah, like who do you think would be most I get careful about, especially movies like this. Like I liked it for sure.
I was gonna say too, you should blur out the last names probably, if you want.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, whatever. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I like movies like this. The literary component is the thing that sticks with me. And in my recommendations, because I do think that it's a stern movie. It's something you have to sit down and like dedicate to. It's 2 hours, just about. I think it's a little over 2 hours.
It's really heavy too.
Yeah, it's really, really dense, like we were saying. So yeah, it's kind of a tough recommendation. I liked it. I think it's great if you want to learn more about specifically Bengali culture. I don't know, about another culture. It's very easily approachable. Things that people do sometimes is they avoid foreign films that have like different languages because they don't like reading subtitles.
Of course.
And it can be kind of like you have to pay very close attention whenever you watch a foreign film because of the subtitles and stuff. So it's just a different movie experience. It's not like you watch the Avengers or some shit. It's not comfort food.
Exactly.
But yeah, with movies, I mean, this movie is very approachable because it does mix both the language, elements of foreign films, and it also they speak English a lot. I don't want to say like, oh, it's a better foreign film because they speak English. But I think it's more approachable for the general public. Is all I
believe it was partnered with Fox as well, so they did.
Yeah,
I think they did very well with that. They kept it, I don't know. It's kind of weird to say. I don't know. Like the tone is like they shift from American to then Indian. So it's kind of like using Hollywood and Bollywood. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt about the dad dying. It like just added that extra element of drama that I was like, that's kind of Bollywood.
Yeah,
like,
it is, man. That's all Bollywood is.
Yeah. Tear jerking.
Bro, you don't know how like annoying it is. Sometimes I come home and that's all I hear my mom watching. And I'm sitting there eating like a Wendy's chicken sandwich. I'm like, yo, can you turn that off? Even my dad tells her, like, turn that shit off. We don't want to just keep hearing people crying.
Yeah.
I can imagine what the fuck my dog thinks.
And the car flips and the guns and the
yeah.
All that shit.
Like big action shit.
Yeah. This ain't a Bollywood film though. But if you look at why stories are told, like the purpose for why this story is being put out there, why Fox might have thought it a good idea to put it out there, you think about the year like 2005. That's oddly close to 9/11 in 2001.
That's true.
And Bangladesh had nothing to fucking do with any of that shit.
Exactly.
Literally on the other side of India. Exactly. We covered this.
For real, dude. Wasn't even India. Like,
yeah. So
it wasn't even.
So there's like it's important. I think this movie around the time that it came out and what it was attempting to do is it give you an eye into Bangladesh culture.
Definitely.
And some Indian culture. Because they go to the Taj Mahal, which was really cool. But something I noticed through this film is that when they go back to Bangladesh and when they come back from Bangladesh, there is no uptick in like violence in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh isn't crowded and smoky and overridden, which is how they normally portray the Middle East in general.
Exactly. Yeah.
This movie didn't have any of that. So it felt to me like this was not so much a movie for people from Bangladesh to resonate with, but a good movie for somebody who has no, like, not affiliation, but idea of that culture to get exposed to it and then learn the different ins and outs and then differences of this culture as opposed to whatever kind of generalizations that you're coming at from living in America and having, you know, essentially brown people, like, they're all generalized as, you know, Arab, you know,
Yeah,
they're all
exactly.
trying to fucking blow me up.
Yeah, and that's all they think about. Like, it's fucked, but they don't. That's the thing. And yeah, no, I definitely know what you mean. Yeah, man. What is that movie? Forget. There's a movie where this kid, he had an Australian mother. He was raised by Australian parents. True story. Indian kid. And they made a movie on it. And basically, he spent, as soon as he turned 18, he spent, like, I think 10 years trying to find the village where he was born and meet his real mother. And he ended up meeting her at the end of the movie.
Is there a point in that movie where he's with his siblings? Is he in that? It was his siblings in that movie?
Yeah.
And he's running away from, like, a foster home, and he ends up having to cross the desert. And the only thing he has is, like, a big trench coat to keep himself from getting sunburned.
Shit, it might be. Because the landscape you're talking about, it's reminding me of Rabbit Proof Fence, but I remember those were all girls. Like the older sister and then the two little sisters. So it's
that
not
might have been
movie.
the one. That's what I thought you might have been talking about. But
I don't even know what to look up to find this name of the movie.
Yeah, let's not worry about it.
Man.
Hamper things.
I like that movie, and it kind of reinforces what you were saying with the Namesake. Like, it really showed, you know, like, American people or English people, like, I guess the culture and of everything, but seeing it from, you know, an Australian perspective, like the kid in Australia. So you just see, like, how he was just kind of confused and, you know, obviously didn't know anything of his roots. He just knew that his skin color was different. So it's nice to see. And it showed. I remember a customer at one of my jobs, she told me about that movie, which is kind of random. It's like, oh, I'm Bengali. Oh, have you seen this movie? But it's still, though, I know that she's saying it out of respect. And she's like, oh, I had no idea it was like that. I didn't know it was crowded. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know the food looked so good. I didn't know they cooked it in, like, the giant clay ovens, like a big ass jar or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, I would recommend, sorry to cut you off.
No.
But I would recommend the names, because what you're saying is true. You know, people that don't understand the culture should watch this movie. But I think also, I would say the younger generation now, for Desi families, so Indian, Pakistani, and Bangladesh, I would say if you're under 25, I would say you need to watch this movie, because I feel like they probably have never even heard of it.
And they're going through kind of the same culture shock and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's good to resonate, because that's another really good use for stories. It's finding out that you're not, because it's probably a very isolating experience, and it's good that somebody, like, puts it out in fucking big bold letters, like, we're all doing this, man.
Exactly.
Feels like such a specific, and I guess that's an interesting point too, is when you're watching the movie, it's easy to empathize so much that you do feel their isolation. And I remember the mom moving to Cambridge. In the film, it's technically New York, but in the book, it's Cambridge. I remember how isolated they portray her, and how she's making, like, Rice Krispie cereal with, like, little spices in it and stuff. And she says literally, like, quote for quote, "I'm sad." And then at the end of the movie, after her husband dies, she goes like, "Yeah, fuck this. I'm going back to Bangladesh."
Yeah, for real.
Where I'm not alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just good to resonate with somebody else who's going through, like, similar shit.
Definitely.
And us as an audience feel that isolation, and if it convinced me, I mean, I imagine it can probably convince somebody who is, like, of the culture.
Absolutely.
Like that, like, yeah, I'm not so alone, because this is an isolated experience that we're all experiencing together.
And, like, bro, that shit, like, after seeing it, that movie humbled me. It was like, you know, like, I shouldn't feel bad if I smell like Bengali food or Indian food. Like, I used to always hear, your house smells like Indian food, your clothes smell like Indian food. Well, it wasn't my house at all. It was just the fact that I wasn't wearing cologne then. I was in middle school.
Word.
Like, you know, like, now, bro, like, people don't say that to me, and it's like, I don't really worry as much. I don't bother, because after seeing that movie, I was like, shit, at the end of the day, what really they're highlighting and showing the importance is their parents and the family, and how much that they've done and endured to give them an American life, right? But also how important it is to not be so distant and not to listen to your peers, and, you know, just try to I guess, forget about the culture. Yeah. So it's just, yeah, you know, it's just fucked up. That's why I really feel like younger Desi kids should watch it. I see, I work with a coworker. She's like, I don't know, she's like just got into college, but she's Bengali. And it's weird. It's like the way that she carries herself. She doesn't seem Indian or Desi at all. So I don't even know if she's seen the movie or not, but I feel like her or like maybe other Desi people that she knows in her age group, they should watch it, because it's like now as time and generations are progressing, I'm just seeing more and more everyone's being low attention span. Everyone's all about that TikTok shit. Like everyone's all about the social media.
It's erasing like all culture.
Yeah.
In a weird way, it's boiling all culture together, but also kind of homogenizing it.
That's exactly what I mean, man. Yeah, it's like blending it all together.
Yeah.
Fucking Jewel Crew.
It's a crucible. It's a boiling pot.
Fuck.
Sorry, it's just that was a reference to U.S. history. But
no, it's good.
But as far as recommending this movie, I said a similar thing when me and Joe covered Brokeback Mountain.
Yep, I saw that title.
Yeah, you'd figure it's a romance movie for gay people. That's not what it is. That's not what it is.
What is it? Because I actually haven't.
It's a really sad movie, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's an exploration of a gay relationship in like the 1960s or 1950s, I believe.
Yep.
Which is a really sad story.
Bro, it's a real thing too. The term is called bud sex. So it's an actual theory. It's a real thing.
What do you mean?
So what bud sex is, and I only know this because in college, like 2 semesters ago, I had to take an LGBTQIA+ class.
Okay.
So that's something I learned. I didn't know there was a IA+. But yeah, that was the first thing we learned was bud sex, which was back in the day, you know, rural men in like Texas or whatever, what have you. They love their masculinity so much, and their hunting, gathering, their cowboying and everything, to the point where they were cool and comfortable with having sex with their other friends but on a completely heterosexual level. So they still had wives, they still had families, and they knew that it was more for the rural masculinity that they loved.
That's interesting.
Fact.
There's that's
why it's
not
like
to go off a whole rant on sexuality. We'll probably
of course we'll
round it back after this, but
I'm just saying, like that's the actual word. And once I learned that, I'm like, oh, so that's what that movie Brokeback Mountain then probably was.
Not really.
Okay, all right. Because I've never seen it.
Because I mean, they're like those men
that
you're talking about kind of sound bi.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, but Brokeback Mountain has both the main characters kind of like bi-ish, you know, definitely leaning towards the gay side.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
But what we essentially came to the conclusion was that this movie really is for anybody who is not gay.
Oh, okay. All
because it's meant to teach people about the story of gay people.
Okay.
So yes, for a gay person watching that movie, they empathize with it. They probably cry to it. It shows them things, and it puts it into writing and words and representation to help them cope with what they have experienced and how they've tried to hide themselves from their own culture and from their family and stuff. But then for somebody like me who's straight, it really gets me the perspective that I never had. And so I would say that this movie, because even when they're in India, they're not they go from Kolkata, India to Bangladesh and back forth. Even when they're abroad or in India or in Bangladesh, they're still speaking English interchangeably. And that kind of approach from a director standpoint, I can see that as like an ability, like trying to make the movie more generalized so that more people who are not Bangladesh or Bengali are interested in watching the movie, so that they can go on the journey of learning the culture and learning what it is to be a Bengali, and what it is to deal with your own culture shock and like identity and finding your way in America with like a different name and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, you definitely you nailed that. Yeah, you're definitely correct. And that's also why I would recommend younger Desi people to watch, because I know that, it's a little bit more geared towards, Americans that just don't have the knowledge in it. And I guess I just, as time goes, man, like the parents, their situation. I mean, I know a lot of parents now, they were born here and then their kids are born here. So, so I'm sure that little barrier itself, like maybe the mother doesn't cook the food as much anymore or anything. Maybe they only do it just on Eid or like certain when people are over. Maybe they just, You know, who knows? That's why I feel like if younger Desi crowd watched it, they could understand, because I'm sure maybe if their parents aren't really showing them or teaching them or whatever, just not having that conversation, this is an easy movie to watch and relate to.
Yeah.
With that dynamic of what you were saying.
Oh, another weird thing. I don't want to go on for too much longer.
Oh, hell yeah, go ahead,
It's
man.
been a while.
How long has it been, bro?
2 hours and 23 minutes.
Oh, shit.
I will edit it, so that could be
fine.
completely wrong for the viewer, but
yeah, we've been on for a bit.
Yeah, but it's a good conversation.
Oh, definitely.
The last thing I wanted to mention was I kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but the thing about whitewashing, or if people are starting to slowly lose roots to their culture, like you were saying, like they only do it on certain like holidays, and even at that, like maybe there's like a bad holiday and they go like, well, fuck it, not this time.
Yeah,
eating takeout, fuck it.
Like, oh, fuck it.
Bills
are due. We're not doing it now.
Yeah,
this year.
We've all been there.
Yeah, of course.
But what it makes me think is like American culture really is just kind of anti-culture. That's really just the way America is. Like, I don't know, like even the Catholicism, like Catholicism is not the sweeping generalized, like it feels like this big oppressive force that, like, you know, like the I don't want to say Catholic white people, because it's not true, and that's another generalization. But yeah, there is a toxic core to that in America right now that people associate with America. I mean, fucking Trump was the president. So the world does see us as Trumpers.
Straight up.
And you know, he fucking got presidency, so you know, it
that
happened.
just shows you right there, bro. Like,
it's a scary thing. But yeah, I like the American culture. If I try to put in a sentence, like, what does it mean to be American? It really doesn't mean much.
Yeah, like it kind of just means like to be able to assimilate, I guess. To be able to be bearable. I don't know.
But it goes for me as much as it does for you. I mean, no.
Hey.
No, it doesn't.
Oh shit.
But still, like, to embrace more, like, the only thing I think of with American culture is generally movies.
For real. Yeah.
So Hollywood and stuff, like, and I think about the mom when she first sees her soon-to-be husband's shoes, and she tries them on. She says she sees "Made in the USA" in them, and she slips them on, and she's walking around.
Yeah,
she's real cute.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh my god, I've never seen American shoes like this."
No, but like, there's the idea of America.
Yep.
And that it is.
Oh yeah.
That it's a place of dreams and stuff, and I assume that she might have had some Hollywood influence or something. Like maybe she saw a movie and that gave her impression that that's what America's like. And I think Americans are the same way. That we see like movies from the 80s and we go like, oh shit, the 80s, they were so neon lights and gritty, and there's synth everywhere,
smoking
and
synth,
cigarettes,
cigarettes in the bathroom. Cigarettes.
Yeah,
synth, bro. That got me. I love 80s synth.
But really, the 80s was just, I mean, especially around Los Angeles, it was just smoggy and shitty, and everybody had coughing problems. And, like, it was really gross. You know? So there is a difference between like the aesthetic that people believe American culture to be, and then what it is. You know. So
I don't know. It's weird. It's like I feel like a lot of people just don't want to learn it. Maybe they just might be just lazy and arrogant. I mean,
what do you mean, American culture?
No, just in general, just people in general.
Learning who's
like anyone's culture. So I feel like the lazy way for people to do it now is to watch movies, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Because I remember a Simpsons episode where Homer Simpson, right, the classic beer drinking dad, you know, fat gut, watching football every Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. That classic kind of dad. He was telling Mel Gibson, who had a cameo in one of the episodes, and he was saying, you know, he's like, no, you can't quit Hollywood. You can't quit movies. Movies are all I know. Hollywood has taught me everything about my life, about raising a family. He's like, just saying the strong importance of movies, obviously in a comical feel, but like I actually really felt that. I'm like, you know, that kind of works with me too, like certain things.
Yeah.
I look at movies, I'm like, oh, is it like the movies? Maybe films like this, just like the Homer Simpson way, can teach Homer Simpson type of people different cultures without them actually jumping in or talking to someone, I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't have this podcast for no reason.
Damn right.
And I'm not talking about this movie with you about this for no reason. Like
exactly.
kind of like really like I love the journalism aspect to that. Like take a movie about a culture that I know nothing about, so like I watch it and I can learn stuff, and then everything that we talk about, my viewers listen to, and then they can try to associate stuff, and maybe they get talked into watching it. Like I love that shit.
Hell fucking
and I love the shit that people can learn from movies. And this is how I feel about movies. What the fuck about? Like, I feel this way about books too. I like my general passion came from books. Book podcasts really aren't that hot.
Nah, man. I mean, hey, if you keep it educational like this, it'll be hot. It's like an audiobook.
Well, yeah, but I think that a misconception about movies is that it only works for books, and that's not true. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because movies do mean that much to us, whether or not we're willing to admit it, and they do influence the culture, whether or not we're willing to admit it.
Exactly, man.
So yeah, it's
definitely influences me. I mean, a lot of the 90s typical New York, hood movies that I watch and love, it taught me the importance of relationship building with your men and, loyalty, trust, things like that. It taught me how also not to be way too open and trust people, because you see how jealousy shows a problem. Just a lot of movies. Yeah, man, it taught me a lot of things.
Yeah.
I fucking love movies.
You know what I really love, though?
Hell yeah.
Most of the time, people don't know this, but most of the time when I have somebody on the show, I'll ask them, what is a movie that you think is important? What is your favorite movie? What is a movie that you think more people should see, but they probably haven't seen?
Holy shit.
And I have never gotten the same answer twice.
Okay.
So do you see what I'm getting at there?
Yeah, definitely. Those are hard questions. Like, I know we've been spitting on the fly for like 2 hours, but
we had a good ass fucking conversation over the movie that you picked.
Hell yeah, man.
So my point is that people have chosen hugely influential, important movies to them.
Definitely.
Nobody has ever answered the same movie.
Oh, that's good. So you understand the person more, right?
Exactly. But that also says that the movies that have influenced us, there's a good chance that maybe nobody's even seen it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so movies, we when we watch a movie, you go like, yeah, okay, it's a movie. It's on the big screen. There's something grandiose about it. But it is such a personal experience when you watch a movie, and it resonates with you, and it changes your personality.
Definitely.
Changes the way that you act.
Definitely.
And I fucking love that. Like you said earlier, I technically have done 40 episodes, but I only have like 31 put out or something like that. But between all those movies have influenced somebody's lifetime. And no two people chose the same movie.
That's fucking sick, honestly. Out of all those episodes, man.
Yeah, it's just cool to think about. And it does advocate for my hypothesis of how movies influence culture, and how much movies mean to us.
Definitely,
as people,
Yeah, I mean, we just watching stories and people itself, but there's a reason why it's a multi-billion-dollar business, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do learn. What was the first question? Which movie? What were your questions again? Sorry.
Which movie? What's your favorite movie? Which movie do you think people haven't seen but should see? And what's the most important movie to you?
Shit.
Kind of shit. I already asked you that. That's how we're here.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. We already got the third.
Where are you, Yeeb?
What you mean? I'm chilling, man.
Oh my
Yeeb Obaby, for real. No cap. Follow my shit. Obaby brand entertainment. Obaby boys, we here, man.
Oh my god.
Clothing brand, all that shit. No cap. I fuck with. I just want to rap so badly on this mic, bro.
It's a good mic.
This is my first time using it. I love this mic,
dude.
Like,
yeah.
For real.
Wait till you hear the recording. It's like, this helps me a lot when I'm editing, because if it's nicer sounding, if you think you listen to the episode a long time when you're actually listening to it, you don't even know.
Bro, it's like
recording takes so fucking long, But yeah, okay. I think we've
hell yeah
gone on for long enough, right?
I would say Gran Torino for the first question. Favorite movie. A movie that a lot of people should watch but haven't seen. Damn. Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I haven't seen that.
Should watch it.
Oh, that's the other thing I didn't mention with people's movies.
Yep.
I haven't seen most of these movies.
You've seen Gran Torino.
I did see Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Percy Being a Wallflower, but every single movie that I've ever covered, for the most part, like give or take maybe 5 of them, I've never seen that movie before.
Good.
So that's these movies are so monumentally important to people. Like it's like the movie for them. And for me, it's like, I've never seen it.
It's like, shit, I guess I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
What
what's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So yes,
it's
that's
like,
what I'm
damn,
doing.
I gotta watch it. Like,
Watch it now.
What are your answers to the questions? What about you? Hell yeah.
Flipping it back on me.
Yeah, man, flipping it. Now this is my show. I'm asking you.
No, it's not.
Fucking God, I just got so scared.
Not your show, it's my show.
Hell yeah. Sorry. I get terrified when I bump the microphone.
It's fine. These ones are pretty good with absorbing the noise, but
Damn right.
I really hate to say Fight Club.
Hell yeah, good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've grown a lot, so I know more about the movie now. Like it's one of those things where like it's appealing because it's commenting on a certain type of culture, toxic masculinity. And at a young age, you don't get that. You just see a cool guy in a fucking red leather jacket and a floral shirt, and he's fucking punching people, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, Brad Pitt!"
Hell yeah, man, keep it up.
Yeah, and just the weird intimate psychosis of Edward Norton. It's just I mean, unfortunately, it's a really cool shot movie too.
Oh yeah.
And my number 2.
Yep.
Is Watchmen.
Okay, hell yeah.
Which for the same reason still fucks me up because Watchmen is also a satirical movie. And I think that the way that they went wrong with Watchmen is the same thing. They made it too fucking cool. So it's a satirical movie. You're supposed to watch this and be like, these guys are fucking stupid. Like,
yeah, legit, yeah.
And I'm covering that movie soon
Nice.
with Joe.
Nice.
So that'll be good. But yeah, it's another satirical movie. But like when I watched it, like just the aesthetic, the atmosphere of it, I really like wanted to live in that movie. It was such a cool, the way that the cinematography was and all that. And then like the depth of like, you could tell there's like there's a message you're supposed to be getting. It's like it's the first kind of literary movie that I was picking up on early on.
Definitely.
I just don't know. I don't know a number 3, and I'm kind of picking like top 3 movies instead of like what movie answers this question.
Yeah, same with me, man. Like, well, actually, no, I actually answered your questions, but
Evil
I know
Dead.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. There we go.
Okay, nice.
Sorry, I didn't think about it.
Got it. He just had to snap.
Evil Dead is easily top 3 influential movies for me. Definitely. That movie, I remember when I first found it. Yep. Like somebody told me about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I gotta watch it." And this was back in the day when you couldn't just go order a movie online and stream it.
Yeah.
DVDs. I had to go find the Evil Dead DVD because somebody told me about it, and it was like a forbidden kind of thing, and I had to go hunt it down. And then I played it like late at night, like on a television by myself.
It's like playing a new video game, bro. Like you were so excited. How long did it take for you to find it?
It was like probably solid like 2 months.
Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I had it on shitty DVD copy. The back of the DVD said the most horrifying, grueling experience of terror or something like. It said something hokey, but I was like, fuck, they're right. You know, I was like really worried to watch this movie.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, that was a very scary movie.
I'm just glad you didn't say like House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects. Some crazy. That movie's scary. Have you seen it?
I have. I've seen both of them. Yeah.
Terrifying.
Not hugely influential for me, though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, terrifying. It's great. I love the characters and everything, but it's not really a movie that I want to watch all the time because, bro, it's just
fucking weird, man.
It just stresses me out. Same with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's just fucking nuts.
I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 recently.
Like the old one, right?
For the first time.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like 8 months ago. Yeah.
Dude, he takes the fucking the friend's face off and puts it on the lady.
Yeah, man.
That shit weirded me. And like I was reading the comments. I was watching this on Shudder, and I was reading the comments, and the people were like, "Oh, horror comedy. It's such a great genre." And I was like, "How the fuck is this funny?"
I know, bro.
I'm a grown ass. I'm 27 years old. I got this podcast. I talk about horror all the time. I'm a horror writer. I was watching that shit. I was like, this is like messed up.
And it was in like the 70s, right?
I think that one's the 80s.
80s, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw like which is the one where it's like the iconic scene of the girl getting pulled into the house from Leatherface.
I mean, that might be the first one.
It might have been the first one, yeah. So I saw the first one.
Was this a real old movie?
Yeah,
For
man.
you?
I think it was the very first.
Before they're at the cabin, are they driving up to the? Are they driving like in a travel van, and then the guy's talking about like hitting cows with the hammer?
Yes,
that's first
First one.
Texas.
Okay, yeah.
So don't watch the second one.
I mean, I'm not going to after the first one. The first one scared the shit out of me, bro.
No shit. Did you know that entire movie, the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, after the director filmed that entire thing, he did not eat meat. He went vegetarian, I think.
Really?
For a while, because it really grossed him out when he was making it. It's pretty much the whole movie is like a pro-vegan sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing animal flesh, right? Like getting cut up or whatever.
No, that's how the people are treated as food. People are treated as animals, and they're prepared, and like he sticks them on a hook, and it's all like an anti-cruelty, meat cruelty thing. So now I can watch it and be like, vegan, you know,
See?
hashtag I'm not afraid.
Look at the guy handling your cows. It's this fucking dude.
Yuck.
Yeah, for real. Horror movies scare the shit out of me, bro. Like legit.
No, it takes a lot to hurt my feelings. So
just like older, like cinematic like that, like 70s, where it's just they're using more like real props, less CGI.
That is the thing,
Fucking
and that's
sketchy.
the first thing that really like bent me out of shape when I was watching Evil Dead, because it's all practical, 100%.
Exactly, yeah.
That one is a really good combination of practical and psychological horror, though, because sometimes you get into practical and there isn't like a good amount of psychological, like what do you say, skin in the game. But that one was like a really good balance between the two of them and whatnot. But yeah,
I've never seen Evil Dead, but I've always seen like, you know, the cover of the movie or like certain scenes, and I would say like, at least to me, because I'm not the biggest horror movie fan, but that's the vibes it gives me, is like the old Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, well, it is,
but even more
similar.
psychological, like you're saying.
Yeah, I've got all 4 of them.
Hell yeah.
Up there, right there. Actually, they're all right next to each other.
Where, right?
Yeah. And I say 4 just so nobody fucking dicks me. Oh,
yeah,
there's
I know.
not 4 of them.
I know, right?
There are 4. There's the remake.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, but there's technically 3.
Oh shit!
But the 4th one's a remake, which was still Sam Raimi fucked with that one. So yeah,
you gotta talk about that movie next.
I don't think I could.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you.
Well, it's just I love it too much. It's more of a respect thing. Like,
okay, hell yeah.
Just love it too much. It would be a bad episode because I wouldn't shut the fuck up about how much I love it.
You just fucking keep going.
Yeah.
I love it. Y'all gotta watch it. You see it yet?
Yeah.
Shit,
It'd be a problem. Yeah.
Bro, it's been a fucking pleasure. You know that, bro. Thank you for having me.
It's great having you.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, we can keep going if you
want.
No.
I want to eat food. I want to poop.
Yeah, bro. I want to fucking... Yo, 10:30? Yeah, I gotta get out.
Gotta leave.
I gotta work tomorrow. We gotta do big boy shit.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Damn.
Shit.
Definitely got work.
Yeah, well, I love you. I'll always love you.
I'll always love you.
For forever.
You know that.
This was a great conversation, and I'm very happy to have learned more about Bangladesh because I didn't know much. And I did, like, I was totally, like, a little worried going into the episode. Somewhat. Like, I knew I wasn't good. There were things that I was going to know. There's probably things that I have said so far that make me look like an asshole. But I love approaching... Like, I'll accept looking like an asshole so that people who aren't me and haven't watched the movie can learn something about your culture and all that shit, you know?
Oh, definitely, man.
I love that.
And I appreciate it. I knew you would love it, bro. I knew it would be a heavy topic to pick. I knew that there were, like, at least 20 different reasons as to why it's a good idea to pick this movie. So
Word.
I didn't want to just randomly tell you, like, SWAT. That movie. I'm gonna pick that movie.
Yeah.
Or The Infiltrator, which great movie. Fucking love that movie. But there's not that much we can talk about, you know?
Yeah, they're not heavy. This is like all the criteria I gave you. This one was like literally
bad.
That was it. So
yeah, G, spot on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, I've been Kyle.
I've been Yeeb Obaby, man.
And this is
not
film school.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye.
All right, peace. Know that.
Peace. I have to hit the button. Oh, I gotta hit the button on both these things. Hold up.